This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Snap is low, he picks it up, goes back to throw, in trouble to the left, looks to the right, looks to throw it downfield, and does! It's complete to Brandon Nagel at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy! Sent in by Wilcox, kicked away by Valley Regional, picked back up by Tracy, sent back in, knocked in, a goal for Woodstock Academy is the answer.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director Mark Allard and color commentator extraordinaire Craig Smith.
What a beautiful day for football here at the Bentley Athletic Complex as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs get ready to take on the Grizzlies of Guilford, the first ever meeting between these two programs. Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you on this Saturday. I think we've said this before, Greg. There's not a cloud in the sky.
It is a beautiful day for football or anything else. If you're home and sitting inside, you should be watching this game. This is going to be a barn burner.
I think this is going to be a good one. There's
Yes,
no
sir.
question about it. Woodstock Academy coming in with a 3-2 record, and meanwhile the 4-2 record of Guilford, the Grizzlies, as the two teams get ready to play some football on this Saturday. You know, when you look at these two, when you look at it from Woodstock Academy's point of view, a 3-2 record after everything that they've gone through, Greg. I mean,
Absolutely.
the issues with Braden
medical
Saucier,
issues, right.
The medical issues
Who's
with
here
Braden,
today, by
who
the
is
way.
here today.
You'll see an assistant coach, number 10, on the sidelines.
Exactly, which is kind of nice for
Yes,
sure. But one thing, I think they got through a lot of their issues early. They had the tough losses, but then again, I'm not going to say Wyndham is a bad loss by any stretch of the imagination.
Certainly not. And everybody on that team, on that field right now in blue, has had to step up their game. They could not relax or stand around and see who was the next up. They're the next up. So everybody had to do something to raise the play of this team. So here we are, and we still have some kids that are out because of sickness, because of injury, and everybody's got to step up.
Everybody's got to step up. So far, everybody has, with a 3-2 record coming in. And the other thing, too, is when you think about it, there's got to be some motivation, too, to being on your home field, having not won yet on your home field.
Right.
There's got to be a motivation to win here.
Absolutely, and I'm sure the coaching staff has preached that, defend this house, the colloquial phrase.
Yes.
You have to go out there and play well at home. Now, Griswold's no pushover. Guilford's no pushover. This is a team that plays in a very tough conference, and they play quality opponents week in, week out. Well, they're going to get another one today.
And we had a chance to talk to the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Sean Saucier. We'll be back with Sean in just
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And welcome back to the Bentley Athletic Complex. Nice day for football as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs get ready to take on the Grizzlies from Guilford. Sean Saucier, the head coach of Woodstock Academy, and first time we can say this, welcome back.
Yeah, first home game of the season for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Felt good this morning, doing the normal routine, setting up, getting things ready. So it's nice to be back.
You know, this is a team you don't know much about, and in fact, I think the first ever meeting between Woodstock Academy and Guilford.
Yeah, obviously they're not a league opponent, so we're excited to have them here. It always adds a little element to the game when the unfamiliar opponent. So we have some film, obviously, watch that, and quality team, well coached, so should be a great game.
Do you like that? Do you like the ability to play a team you just haven't seen?
I do. Kind of reminds me of prep school. There's not prep school teams are so spread out, and for a long time in prep school there was no film exchange, so you just talk to coaches. So it kind of brings me back to that a little bit, where you're playing a team from New Hampshire. You obviously didn't scout them in person. You talk to a few coaches to get a read on them, and that's what you go with. So it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Obviously we had film, and we have a lot more nowadays than we did back then, but. I think it's neat. Coaches meet new people, meet new coaches, build relationships with new staff. So it's I like it.
First time I've seen Guilford in a long time. And from that point of view, what do they do by film? What do they do well? What do they do, period?
Yeah, well, it looks to me like they spread to run. So they spread you out, and I think they're a run-first team, even out of the spread. They have a running back who runs really hard. So we'll have to contain him, I think. That's like priority number one. Try to turn it into a passing game, so that's what they're spread to run.
Certainly 3-2 coming into this one. Biggest concern for you right now, and it's already a concern, hard to believe, health.
Yeah, we've been up against it obviously all season in many ways, but even this week with the flu and bumps and bruises. It's that point in the season, it's like you spend most of the week trying to recover and heal and then get ready to go again on the weekend. And that's kind of where we're at. We're in a decent place. We are, missing a body or two, but, we're ready to go.
The mojo should be there. I mean, you're coming off wins from Bacon and Montville where things went pretty well.
Yeah, they did. We did what I think we should have done in those games. It's always nice to win football games. I tell the kids all the time, never take it for granted because it's very hard to do. So when you win a football game, you should feel good about it, and we've done that, both on the road. So now we're here back at Bentley, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
And one thing's for sure, you have won a couple of games. Is there a little motivation to win one at home this year?
I think so, especially against this final stretch of these are the next 5 opponents are all quality opponents, and so you get when you win, it feels different. Like a win's a win, but when you win against a real quality opponent, it's just really special. So, and I like to think we're at a place where we can do that. Even last year, I think we had a couple great quality wins, I think I told the kids, even 3 years ago, we went to Capital Prep, and they outsized us, tremendously, and we were able to, walk out of there 7-6. So, you got to play the game.
No question about it. And that's what we're going to do next. How does that sound? Sean Saucier, the head coach of Woodstock Academy, back with a kickoff in just a moment.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And welcome back to the Bentley Athletic Complex as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs and Guilford Grizzlies get ready to meet at midfield with captains and the coin toss, of course, here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. You all set for some football, Mr. Smith?
I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Guilford Indians once. And,
no, it's Grizzlies.
I know, but it's been Guilford Indians my entire life.
It has been, but they are not.
They've changed their nickname to the Grizzlies.
It's interesting. What they did was they have the same logo, by the way.
Yeah.
But they added, instead of what was
the claws.
Yeah, it's now
instead
claws.
of the headgear.
The feathers.
Yep.
It was actually feathers, coming out. So instead of the feathers, it's now claws. So that's how they changed their logo. But that's the way it works. And now they're meeting at midfield with the officials as we get ready for some football. Gosh, what a beautiful day. And by the way, while we're doing that, let me just say that we have also learned that volleyball will play in the Eastern Connecticut Conference Tournament in the quarterfinal at home, 4:30 on Monday against the Fitch Falcons. And girls soccer will be playing right here on this field against Bacon Academy in a girls semifinal on Tuesday. That game's going to start early at 2 o'clock. But you got to start playing these games earlier, because if you do go to PKs,
it's going to get dark.
It's going to get dark, and everything has to go to PKs because you got to have a winner,
right,
and you got to have a loser, unfortunately, in tournament play. So we're set to roll here, I think, I think we're just about ready to get the coin toss. They're still kind of talking around out there. It just got dropped. So now we're set to go. I think Guilford won the toss.
They just flipped it.
Yep.
We'll see.
Guilford won the toss, I think, because they were chatting with the Guilford, and Woodstock Academy will defend to the west, if you will, and Guilford will receive to the east. This is a west, an east-west field.
Absolutely.
So they're all set to go. So Guilford wanted the football first. I always wonder about that. If you're on the road, do you want the football first?
It depends on your team, where your team's at. Sometimes if your defense is hot, you'll want to put the defense on the field first to set the tone. Guilford wants to get this moving.
Yeah, they want to get
with
moving.
Their running game. Talking to Coach Busquet, the defensive coordinator, he said he's concerned about number 2, that he's an excellent runner. We were watching number 12, the quarterback,
Tyler
in
Hilgert,
and he has a gun.
And Mike O'Brien is the running back that we speak of anyway. So now our time for our national anthem here at Woodstock Academy. Our national anthem here at the Bentley Athletic Complex as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs and Guilford Grizzlies get ready to go on this Saturday.
Beautiful Saturday. And Mark, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this. Every single time we come out here, you see beautiful kids doing beautiful things on this beautiful field. It's an honor.
A field of dreams.
Yeah, it's
of dreams.
Real honor. You know, last week we did girls soccer. We did. We've done boys soccer in the past week, prep soccer, field hockey, volleyball, and you see these kids that are just doing this for absolute love of the sport, love of their teammates, and it's really inspiring.
It's the pureness of athletics.
Absolutely.
Let's put it that way. Dylan Burlikoff and Joe Taffro back deep to receive for Guilford. The kick will be done by Henry Watton of Woodstock Academy. We are set to go. And to get some football away, here comes that little squibber. And it's going to be Woodstock on the bottom of the pile, potentially.
Definitely, 100%.
I think it is. And the Centaurs are going to get the football falling on it. Who else? The man who has really become a key to this ball club, Seamus McDermott.
Seamus McDermott brought the sledgehammer out on the field. Now do you know why Woodstock wanted to kick off at the beginning of this?
Well, it was Guilford who made the choice,
right,
though.
Right, but that is definitely a Sean Saucier.
Oh, yes. Guilford had no idea that was coming.
No.
46-yard line of Guilford, first down and 10 for Woodstock Academy as Teddy Richardson, number 1, will lead them out. Austin Amlaw will be your fullback today. In the H-back position, Jacob Lezot. He is right now, actually, Luke Theriak is actually in the slot. The only back is Austin Amlaw. Amlaw they fake the run option and give it out quickly to Carter Saracena, 45, inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line. First pass completion to Carter Saracena, not the last.
Got about 4 yards on that, and that's a very good way to get T. Rich started. Nice, easy pass, and let Saracena's legs do the damage.
49 for 91 so far this season, 778 yards and 7 touchdowns passing for Teddy Richardson. And 1 for 1 for 4 yards today. Amlaw on that long handoff carries it inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line.
And that was an RPO, a run-pass option, where Richardson rides Amlaw into the line, sees what he has. He can throw the ball, he can run the ball himself, or he can hand it off to Amlaw. Third
Gain
and 3.
of 3 for Amlaw down to the 39-yard line. Couple of yards needed for a first down for Woodstock Academy. And then a whistle.
We had a mouth guard fall out on the ground. The referee stopped it so that the mouth guard could be put back.
Give you the rest of the offense in just a moment. Richardson barks once, brings it back, takes a look again at the coaching staff, seeing what they want.
They call a play.
Jared Eaton, Evan LaBounty are your tackles today. Your guards, Kenny Brown and Zach Arsenault. Marcus McGregor is your center. They rotate the receivers, fake the handoff to Amlaw, give it out to Brandon Nagel, and he has second effort. Ball falls out, but it falls into the arms of number 4, Carter Morissette, who gets the first down to the 35-yard line.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Oh, yeah.
And that was one of those plays.
That was a clear reception. But it only got down to about the 39-yard line, and then Morissette on the fumble recovery carries it down to the 35 for the first down.
Nagel looked like he was caught behind the line of scrimmage for a loss, but fought for it, fumbled the ball, and Woodstock was lucky enough to get the ball back.
So technically the first down goes to Morissette. And back is Richardson throwing, complete to Amlaw, 40, 35, inside the 35, down to the 31, maybe 32-yard line, actually, is where it's going to be marked as where he went out.
About 3.
Yep. But, very methodical.
And that's what you want.
That's, you can't get it all at once, that's for sure. So in this case, 3 yards here and there, but they've also looked at 3 different receivers already. So think about that.
Yes.
Carter Morissette, Lucas Theriak, Carter Saracena, Brandon Nagel are your receivers. And right now, Morissette and Nagel are out to the right, and Saracena and Theriak up to the left. Richardson rolls to the left, looks downfield, throws his arm to say go longer, and then throws it out of bounds. Saracena double covered. I wonder why.
Yeah. Because of everything being online and you can see the opponents. You also, as coaches, exchange films with your opponent for the week. So they've seen what Woodstock does. They know Woodstock's players.
So it is a 3rd down and about 7.
But you're in 4-down territory.
You
here.
are, no question about that. We'll give you that Guilford D in just a moment. McGregor over the football again. Amlaw is the running back. Guilford showing some blitz.
And you're going to see a lot of blitz.
I'm assuming you will. Richardson going back to throw in a little bit of trouble. Both ends coming in. Has to go down. Had to kind of just sit on it back at the 41 as he had all sorts of trouble coming in from both sides and up the gut.
Now with that 9-yard loss, you might want to punt this ball.
What? We punt?
Well, we can. And with the exchange of personnel coming in, it appears that we're going to see one.
Maybe. So back to punt, maybe. Jacob Lezot back at the 49-yard line. But what is one of the talents of Jacob Lezot?
Oh, yes.
just saying.
Yep.
Taffro back to receive at his own 10-yard line. Just doesn't feel like a punt to me. It just doesn't. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Lezot boots it away. Taffro comes down at about the 10, up to the 15. He's up to the 20, still scooting along and finally buried out of bounds just around the 25-yard line.
Nice gang tackle by the Woodstock coverage team.
8:51 to go here in the first quarter. No score between these two teams. And again, when you haven't played each other, it's also a little bit of a feeling out process.
Right. And I think that's why Coach Saucier punted that ball.
Maybe.
Set the tone. Let your defense have a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah,
You've
you don't want to back up
one
your
chance.
D. You don't want to back up your D.
Right.
Tyler Hilgert is your quarterback. Mike O'Brien is your running back. He's the big guy, number 2. In the backfield. Jake Janage, Trevor Ridley, Joe Taffro are your receivers for Guilford. Buddy Gambardella is the H-back when he's out there. In motion, and with the handoff is O'Brien. Ridley in front of him, and O'Brien goes down not far from the line of scrimmage. Nice job.
That was real nice defensive coverage. Woodstock controlled the line of scrimmage. They didn't try to get deep in the backfield. They just slid down the line to make sure that Guilford running back could not get any room to move.
Give him a gain of 1 on
Quick
the
snap.
carry. Quick snap already, indeed.
Ball.
And now the ball was not on the ground that time. Good try, though. It was a good try. The handoff went to O'Brien once again. And this time it got up to, gave it up 5 yards.
Quick snap. Guilford's going with a quick snap.
Tempo. Handoff from Hilgert right to O'Brien again, and he goes up the gut, up to close to the 35-yard line and close to a first down.
Now, that time the ball was on the ground because I saw the beanbags come out, but
he fell back on it, apparently. The ball will be marked right at the 35, and that makes a first down. So right now it's been Mike O'Brien, the Mike O'Brien show here on
and it will
Woodstock
continue
Academy.
To be.
I have a feeling, according to Sean Saucier, that is indeed the case. Hayden Eldridge is the center. Timmy Hastings, Alejandro Colbert Martinez is your other guard. Dan O'Connell, Luke Kerrigan are your tackles. This is a quick out to the 40, 35, 40, up to the 45, to the 50, 45, 40, 35, inside the 35. Look who was downfield. Marcus McGregor was downfield to make the stop on Joe Taffro.
Marcus McGregor, 230-pound defensive tackle, ran down that receiver from behind.
You figure that one out, but not before he gained 33 yards.
Well, I think you ask any member of the coaching staff, he's the best athlete on the field.
You might be right on that one. A quick tempo again and a quick out to O'Brien falls short.
If you're Woodstock, you got to get to the line quick. There's no meandering around.
No, these guys move quick. That's what they said. They're going to spread you out to run, but in this case also throw a little bit. So it will be a 2nd down and 10 from the 32-yard line after the 33-yard catch by Taffro. Hilgert with O'Brien behind him, throws to the right, quickly out, up to the 30. This is Janige at the 30, the 25, inside the 25, down to about the 20, maybe even inside that for a first down for Guilford.
Saracena had him in the backfield, but couldn't hang on long enough to bring him down or for any help to get there.
Saracena has 4 interceptions this year already. That was down to the 18-yard line as a 14-yard pass play to Janish. So another big gainer as far as passes are concerned. And quickly over center once again. Can't even give you the D yet. That was Taffro in motion. Handoff, O'Brien sheds one, cannot shed two. As coming up to make the hit was Carter Morissette. So that ball will be marked, I think, right about, maybe a gain of 1 on the play. O'Brien got down to about the 17-yard line.
Real nice D by Morissette.
Yeah, came right up, made that tackle in the open.
Well, against a spread offense, you have to make those open field tackles.
Defense across the front, Kenny Brown, Marcus McGregor, Jared Eaton, and Evan Roy. Linebackers, Carter Morissette, Jacob Liza. In the middle, Seamus McDermott, Lucas Theriak, Carter Saraceni, your corners. Austin Amlar, Henry Wooten are your safeties. Quick bark by Hilgert, and then he gets the football and hands it off to O'Brien. Left side, big hole is right. Inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line, and it should be another first down.
First and goal.
Yep. That's actually marked at the 6-yard line, and down on the play, Jared Eaton. That's not a good thing. Jared Eaton's been battling some injuries for a while this season, and this one looks like he's hurting not in a good way.
Yep.
Tyler McCarthy out there, and then he gets up. Okay. That's a good point.
That's a good point.
After it looked it didn't look good for a little while. That made it look a little bit better.
Now he's jogging off the field.
Yep. They marked the ball at the 7-yard line, so you give O'Brien a gain of 10 on the play, and you give a hand to Jared Eaton for running off the field under his own power. 22 yards and 5 carries for O'Brien.
You know, I think that tempo offense that Guilford is showing has caused Woodstock some concerns.
Yeah, they
weren't prepared for that.
Nope, and maybe, I don't know if they saw it on film or not, but you never know. Teams, especially when opponents don't know you, this is the time to do it, right? Hilgert steps up. Hayden Eldridge comes over the football with a first and goal at the 7-yard line for the Grizzlies. 4-2 coming into the season. Hilgert looks left and then right, gets the football, handoff O'Brien right up the gut and down to about the 3. He is pretty tough.
Yep.
He reminds me a little bit of the Wyndham
running back
in that regard. Actually, they're going to mark that a little further up at the 4.
Same size,
maybe 5.
Same level of power.
Yeah, I agree.
But that defensive line that Guilford has is much bigger than Wyndham's line.
Oh, it is. It's a gain of 3. We'll mark it at the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4. Hilgert fakes the throw, gets the handoff. A good job by the middle linebacker, Seamus McDermott, coming up to close up the gap if there was one. And no gain on the play for O'Brien.
And that's what McDermott did last week against Montville.
Yeah.
8 tackles, 6 of them for loss, plus a sack.
Yeah, he was certainly the star of the game in that one. Plus a 42-yard touchdown reception, plus a 73-yard kickoff return. No, he didn't have a good day.
No, and he's already recovered a fumble today.
I know. It was a rough day, right? Well, he recovered an onside kick. This is Hilgert. Back to throw. Looks open. Throws it to his left. Tosses to the corner. Did he get a foot in? I think he did. Yes, he did. Touchdown for Guilford, as coming over was number 14, Trevor Ridley. Almost ran out of real estate, but
got
found
1 foot
enough
in.
room. That's all you got to do.
If it was professional football, that would not have been a catch.
Correct.
But he did get 1 foot in.
1 foot in is all you need. A 4-yard pass play to make it a 6-0 game.
And that referee was in a perfect spot to call that.
And the same thing for the Grizzlies. They're running. They now have 3 pass catches, 3 different receivers. Hilgert to hold on the kick for Aries Vasilou.
Easy for you to say.
I know. Oh, they're gonna,
Fake?
yeah, I think so. Rolling back is Hilger. He's just going to throw it to the sideline. So the kick is no good. 4:16 left to go in the first quarter. The score is Guilford 6.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Milk, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Back with you here. That's a kickoff. Amlaw at the 18. He's up to the 30, to the 40, to the 50, the 35. Down inside the 30-yard line to about the 21-yard line for Woodstock Academy. Great field position for the Centaurs.
Now, Amlaw gets all the credit for returning that, but, man, the blocking was good on that. Woodstock Academy opened up 2 lanes that Amlaw could have exploited. That was a thing of beauty.
From the 18-yard line all the way down to the 32-yard line of Guilford, 22-yard line of Guilford, more like it. First down and 10 for Woodstock Academy. So the Centaurs now with a chance with 4:04 to go here, only in the first quarter. Yeah, Guilford drove the ball right down the field. But now the Centaurs have got it. Yeah, this is, however, twice now inside Guilford territory they take over the football. First on an onside kick, and this on a great return by Austin Amlaw. Richardson with Amlaw right next to him. They give the guy a little rest. You do. Amlaw stays in. Richardson with that left arm throws for Nagel. Touchdown,
yep.
Brandon Nagel.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
Oh, yeah, no question. Touchdown,
no question.
Woodstock Academy. Brandon Nagel, both feet in. Not only just one, both in the corner of the end zone.
Richardson touched his helmet to let Nagel know that it was coming, because he saw that Nagel had single coverage. Nagel is tall, Nagel can leap, and Richardson exploited that, just put it up in the air that Nagel could go up and get it, came down in the end zone.
Kind of interesting on that one, no question. But you know what? They always say after a big play, go for the juggler.
Go for it. You're on the 22-yard line.
Why not?
Even if you don't get it, you're still in good position.
And plus, Austin Amlaw was in no condition to run again, so it made only sense that you kind of go up top. And certainly, Nagel over the top of the defender brought down the football. Wooten on the kick, and the kick is good. 3:56 left to go. Woodstock Academy is taken a 7-6 lead over the Guilford Grizzlies.
Luce Center for the Arts at the Woodstock Academy and Performing Arts of Northeast Connecticut proudly present Ocean State Pops Orchestra's 2022 Holiday Pops Concert. Coming to Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd, we invite you and your whole family to celebrate the holiday season with Rhode Island's finest 60-piece ensemble and special guest openers, the Hill Singers. Bar on site, advanced tickets just $27 on theluce.org or charge by phone at 860-963-6789.
I got to hurry up and be ready on these games here, I'll tell you. We have fast kickoffs, fast tempo, and you name it. Keeps me on my toes.
Yep.
And a fast game, 7-6 right now. The Centaurs up on top of Guilford. Guilford, has not been averse to giving up points and scoring a lot of their own. 22-14 loss to Fitch. 28-7 win over Brantford, 47-20 loss to West Haven, 44-7 win over Lyman Hall, 60-0 win over Bassick, and a 35-33 win over Law. So what that tells me is they bend a lot.
They can score points.
They can score a lot, but they can bend a lot.
Right.
So, this could be one of those games that could be a lot of fun throughout. Seamus McDermott now on to kick for Woodstock Academy. And McDermott, this one will be booted long downfield and will be picked up by half row at the 10. He's up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, the 30, and down at about the 33 or so, depending where he rolled down.
Savoy got the tackle.
So it will be a first down and 10 for Guilford. It's been going so fast, I don't even think I've been able to say the defense for Guilford. I mean, it's just been one of those days.
Yep.
34-yard line is where they'll mark it down. First down and 10 for Tyler Hilgert.
And if you're Woodstock, get down and ready.
Oh, yeah, because they're going to come at you with tempo. It worked very effectively the first time around. No question about that. In motion goes Taffro, handoff to O'Brien. Big hole. 35-40, 45-50, 45-40. He is going to take it to the house as the Grizzly running back goes all the way into the end zone from 66 yards away.
Now they're going to go for 2 here.
Wowee. It just keeps going back and forth, folks. And now a 12-7 lead for Guilford. Yeah, you got to think they're going to go for 2. No question about it.
As efficient and effective as their offense is, go for 2.
91 yards and 8 carries right now for Mike O'Brien after that carry.
Not
of
a bad
66 yards. Yeah, we still have 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. This has been, okay, you can score, I can too kind of game, Those are the games that are fun to broadcast. This is Hilgert with O'Brien behind him, and Hilgert just turns around and gives it to the big guy, cuts it back to the right side, all the way across, tosses it back to Hilgert, who just goes down. I don't think Hilgert was anticipating that at all. He had no choice but to kind of go down in the arms of everybody else. 3:38 left to play here in the first quarter. It's been a wild one. 12-7
theater
Guilford.
And acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior for Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
Aries Vasilou is set to kick off for the Grizzlies at the 40-yard line is where the ball rests. Austin Amlaw back deep for the Centaurs. Also back there is Jackson Gallagher. The boot comes down instead at the 20 to the 25, up to the 30, 35, up the hole, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy.
And who was it?
Seamus McDermott.
There you go.
Seamus McDermott came out of that pile, and for the second week in a row, a touchdown off of a kickoff return.
And he stepped in front of Amlaw to pick that up, and he was looking for the end zone as soon as he touched it.
I think he took that about, the 22?
I would say.
So that would make that a 78-yard kickoff return. 78-yard kickoff return. Wow.
Well, this has been an interesting first quarter.
13-12, the Centaurs lead Guilford. If you touch the football, you score.
We might be here till dark.
We could be here for a while. 3 plays. Well, no. Let me correct that. 4 plays, 3 touchdowns.
Right.
Unbelievable. It's been one of those days. 4 plays, 3 touchdowns, and a chance for Henry Wooten to put the Centaurs up by 2 again. Interesting stuff. Ball is snapped. Wooten gets it up and over, and the kick is good.
And that would have been good from a long distance. That was a nice boot.
I think we're going to keep it here for a moment. How does that sound?
Yeah. Because you can't find the commercials because you try to write everything down?
Yeah, I mean, how did you know that, 3:26 to go, and we have a 14-12 lead for Woodstock Academy, courtesy of that 78-yard Seamus McDermott touchdown run. If you've just joined us, you've missed a ton.
Oh, yes, you have.
I mean, a Hilgert pass to Ridley for 4 yards, made it 6-0. Then a Richardson pass to Nagel, made it a 7-6 game.
After a huge kickoff return
Yes,
by Amlaw.
By Amlaw, that is correct. I don't even want to try to add that up right now, but actually we can. 18 is 32, and another 25 is 57. Another 60-yard kickoff return.
Wow,
that was. Now we've had. That makes it 138 yards in kickoff returns. Okay.
That's a pretty good day on special teams.
And then, of course, you had the Mike O'Brien 66-yard run.
Right.
Made it 12-7 Guilford. And now you have the Seamus McDermott 78-yard kickoff return, which makes it 14-12. Now you're all caught up, and we're still in the first quarter. For many of you would say, well, that's a football game. No.
And Guilford wants to get on the field and get O'Brien the ball back.
Henry Wooten now to kick it off. McDermott's probably a little tired after that little jaunt that he had. That was a short one. At the 28-yard line is where it's picked up to the 30, to the 35, close to the 40. I think it was number 17, Dylan Burlikoff, but don't quote me on that.
Number 13.
13 was no. Okay, so 13, Jaco Corso at the 45-yard line is where they'll take it. First down and 10 for Guilford.
And good field position.
Oh, yeah, well, that's been the case all game long.
If you're Guilford and you have that running back, you don't need good field position.
No, you just need to have him ready to roll. O'Brien is behind Hilgert. Out to the near side here is Joe Tafro.
Twins, both sides.
Yeah, twins, both sides. Kind of open it up, set up the run off that. Remember that. They do a lot of this motion. They fake the handoff this time, launch it downfield again for Ridley, and this one's just incomplete. He had a few steps on Lucas Theriak, but it was just overthrown.
Theriak absolutely used his speed to close.
So a second down and 10 from the 45-yard line. 4 for 6 passing. Oops, wrong one. We got to flip that over to the other side. 3 for 5 passing so far for Hilgert.
And you can take those chances if you're Guilford when you have the running game that they have.
One would assume you'll see O'Brien here, and you do. Up to the 45, try to get by Morissette. The ball popped, and I think he fell back on it. Unfortunately for Morissette, he fell off to the other side of the ball, and O'Brien was able to pick it up with a little bit of help, and he may have hurt his arm in the process.
It looks that way.
Yeah, he's holding his left arm coming off the field.
He's got an ace bandage on his left arm. That would indicate to me that he's got a sublexed shoulder. That's a partial dislocation.
That might hurt.
Yeah.
So a 3-yard gain, third down and 7 from the 48-yard line.
And this is going to be a throw.
One would guess. Hilgert back to throw, looking to throw, rolling out to his right side, looking still downfield, directing traffic, taking off by himself.
Short.
Yeah, it's close to a first down.
Nice open field tackle by number 5, Trevor Savoy.
The question becomes.
Oh, he's going. They're going.
Yeah, they're going?
Yeah, number 2 just came back in the game.
Okay, so back at the 46 of Woodstock Academy. It was a gain on the play of 6 yards on
nice
the carry.
scramble.
Yeah. Well, he kind of faked the direction downfield and then just decided to run it. So a gain of 6 makes it a 4th down and 1. And Hilgert has O'Brien behind him. One has to guess. In motion, of course. They give the football to O'Brien straight ahead. Easy first down. Wasn't even touched until he was 5 yards through. And a first down to the 37-yard line.
You know, what we've seen so far is O'Brien going right, O'Brien going left, and that time was O'Brien right up the middle.
9 yards on that carry.
Little trap play by Guilford.
Yeah, I wish he would have had a better first quarter. 103 yards already for the Guilford running back. Guilford running back is a 5'10", 205-pound senior. Here's a quick toss out to Ridley. He's at the 40 to the 35, inside the 35. Did a little step there to get another yard or two to get inside the 35.
Tackled by Theriak. gain of about 5.
Yeah, mark it right at the 32-yard line, or 33-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. On the pass play. Up to 59 yards in passing for Hilgert. Ridley has only caught 2, but for 8 yards. One of them was a touchdown, though, so it kind of makes up for it. They move Ridley in motion this time. The handoff to O'Brien. O'Brien straight up the gut, carries it inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. Will be shy of a first down, but not by a lot.
McGregor and Roy on the tackle, but they're tackling him up high. Got to get lower. You have to get lower on the tackle with a running back as powerful as O'Brien.
Yeah, you're not going to take him down with those high tackles at all. Gain of 5, 3rd down and 1. Wonder who's going to get the football. O'Brien, 25, inside the 25, down to about the 23. Nice open field tackle by Lucas Theriak.
First down, but Theriak came up strong from his corner position and made that nice open field tackle on a much larger running back.
Lucas Theriak, 20 tackles thus far on the season, not counting if he had any others today. So they'll mark that right at the 24, and it's a gain of 4 and a first down. For O'Brien and Guilford. Hilgert, handoff, and this time going down quickly was Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith, not exactly Mike O'Brien.
No.
That one will be a loss on the play of a couple. Back down to the, let's see where they marked that one, 27-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play.
And that was Trevor Savoy on the tackle. He has been doing a nice job defensively.
That will end the first quarter of play.
Wow.
The Woodstock Academy Centaurs lead the Guilford Grizzlies 14-12 here at the Bentley Athletic Complex.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Back with you here at the Bentley Athletic Complex.
Boy, both these teams want to get going. They're having fun playing today. They want to get out on the field and play.
That's all they're doing.
They want the white hat to give them the whistle so they can get going.
And that whistle was given, and Hilgert is ready to go. Hilgert facing a 2nd down and 13. Ridley in motion, goes right behind Hilgert, then rolls back out of there.
Quarterback draw.
No, they throw
Run
it
pass.
downfield, complete to Janish. Janish trying to move around and gets down to about the 16-yard line or so. Not far from a first down, to be honest. If they mark it where I think it's going to be. Yeah,
No, a little short.
A little short, but not by a lot.
No, that was a nice play. Well designed. The quarterback could have run it as a draw play or thrown the pass, which he did.
They'll mark it right at the 15-yard line or so, a gain of 12 on that
He's
pass
about
play.
3 yards short.
But then they
according
mark
to
it
the
back?
sidelines.
Okay, so they marked it back to the 17. It was at the 15. They mark it back to the 17-yard line, so it's only a gain of 10 on the pass play. Back to throw again. Hilgert. Hilgert overthrows Janish this time. Nice coverage by Saracena. Maybe a little helping hand to the back.
Well, that's okay. In high school football, in college, or in professional, he might have gotten a call. But That was a nice D by Saraceno.
I agree.
And this is a huge play in this game. I know we're only at 1 minute into the second quarter.
4th down and a couple. You're at the 17-yard line. You got to get maybe right to the 15, and you'll have a first down. So
Number
call it
2's
4th and 2, you think. Just a matter of which side or where he's headed, I think. As Hilgert keeps the football, tosses it to O'Brien. I think he's got the first down. I think he got inside. Did he get inside the 15? No, he did not.
No, he did not.
Okay, did not get inside the 15.
That was good defense by Evan Roy.
It was hard to tell because you got everybody down in front of you is where the line was, and it didn't look like he had any urgency. He was headed to the sideline. So that's what made it look in that fashion anyway.
Well, his left shoulder would have been the upfield shoulder that got hit first, and I think he's favoring that.
You might
shoulder.
be right. So no gain on the play, and a 1st down and 10 for Woodstock Academy, 17-yard line of Guilford. Yeah, that's odd for O'Brien. Not to gain a yard here, considering he's got 112 in 13 carries so far today, including a 66-yard gallop for a touchdown. 1st down and 10 for Teddy Richardson and Woodstock Academy. Trevor Savoy is back behind instead of Austin Amlaw for the first time today. And with the football is Trevor Savoy, and Savoy right up the gut, not going to get a lot.
Not a whole lot.
Nope.
Guilford, middle of that Guilford defensive line just collapsed on it.
So no gain on the play, I don't think. I think they'll mark this right at the line of scrimmage. They will. 2nd down and 10 for the Centaurs. Centaurs have not attempted a lot of rushing and they have not gained a lot of yards when they have. 2 carries for 3 yards right now for the Centaurs. Their points coming on a 22-yard pass play and a 78-yard kickoff return. Richardson now moving Saraceno across, might give it to him, and does on the jet sweep. Saraceno up to the 25, up to the 20, I should say, and out of bounds. Depends where they mark him out of bounds. Right at about the 25, yeah. So that's where they're going to put him out of bounds.
3rd and about
2.
3?
3? Well, I thought it was about 2. Well, they had to get to the 27.
Yeah, look at the far sidelines. It's about 3 yards, maybe a shade more.
Well, the ball is marked right at the 25. We'll give him a gain of 8. That's technically what it is. And you're right. That's kind of a long 7, a long 3, short 2, however you want to. Short 2, long 3. Whatever. Richardson keeps the football. Yeah, no, I don't. Throws the football down the field looking for Theriak. Caught! It's over the 50-yard line down to the 46-yard line. Theriak takes that one down right in front of Brady Hallahan. Hallahan was going up for it, went up too quickly, and the ball dropped behind him right into Theriak's hands.
The concentration on Theriak. I want you to consider running as hard as you can, having somebody grabbing you from behind, and the ball just falling into your arms, and you maintain control, catch it, and get another couple of yards. That was a sweet catch.
No doubt about it. That was a very sweet catch by Lucas Theriak. 28 yards downfield is where he gets that one. His first catch of the day for the Centaurs Junior. This handoff is right ahead to Trevor Savoy. He may gain a couple.
2.
Down to the 45-yard line, a gain of 2 for Savoy. And Trevor's first 2 yards of the afternoon. 2nd down and 8. 9:17 to go here in the first half. A 14-12 lead for Woodstock Academy over the Grizzlies. Lizot in that H-back spot.
And he is as big as a guard and blocks like one.
Correct. Richardson fakes the handoff, throws it out quickly to Nagel inside the 45 to about the 43. Not a big gain. Nice job out there by the defense of Guilford to make the stop. Picking it up was 14. Buddy Gambardella. I had number 7, I thought. Me got 14.
2nd and 3rd and 6 for Woodstock.
So Nagel gained down to the 43-yard line, a gain of 2 on the pass play.
Guilford, 48-yard line.
For Teddy Richardson and Brandon Nagel. Teddy Richardson now throwing for 59 yards on the day.
You know, this is all man. Guilford's playing man, so It's
trips to the left, and that's where Richardson is rolling,
Give him
looking
time.
downfield, still looking downfield, and throws it out of bounds right to the Guilford assistant coach. About the best thing he could do. There was good coverage downfield, and there was no real estate to work with to try to get that ball, I think, to Saracena.
4th and 6. You know, that's been the problem for Richardson since the very first game of the season, is he hasn't been able to get enough time to set his feet and find a receiver.
That time he did roll out. I think he had enough time. It's just that there was nobody open, and he was starting to run out of real estate to run as well. Timeout is going to be called by Woodstock Academy. A little chat here between the Centaurs and Guilford Grizzlies. 8:10 left to go here in the first half. A couple of other things are going on today that we can mention, and that is the cross-country state championships taking place today at Wickham Park in Manchester. Best of luck to the Centaurs. They may need it not because of the challenge of the competition, but also what time they're going to be running.
Right.
They're in the last two
Very
meets.
late.
Last two meets of the afternoon at 3:10 and 3:50. And anyone who's familiar at all with cross country, you know when you have a lot of people running on a course, it gets chewed up.
Forever, yeah.
It gets chewed up. And it does take forever. It takes hours to complete.
And as wet as it's been
Yeah.
In the last couple of weeks, that
So
course
one
is
would
going
have-
to be chewed.
One would have considered a little bit of footing issues, and hopefully that's not the case. But best of luck to the Centaurs at Wickham Park this afternoon.
But that is a beautiful facility.
Oh, it's a great facility. I've been there many a time, been to many a state championships there. It's a really fun place to watch a cross-country race, I'll tell you that. Also this afternoon at 5 o'clock, the Woodstock Academy girls finish up their regular season. They take on Granby on the road at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Set to go here for a 4th down and 6 from the 43-yard line of Guilford. Back to throw is Richardson. Here comes the rush. There goes the throw, knocked out of the arms. It looked like the grab was made, and then it was knocked out of the arms of Brandon Nagel. I think that was caught almost.
Yeah,
and it was ripped out.
That was really good defense.
It was.
What you teach your defensive backs to do is get an arm in. All you want to do is get an arm in between the receiver's hands, then you rip. As soon as you get that hand in, you rip.
So, 8:04 to go. Guilford takes over the football. How many times does this happen in a football game? Everything happens all at once, and then everything settles.
Right.
So now we have possession for Guilford without a touchdown. Explain that, I guess. Here's the quick snap, and it was with the carry. It was number 16, Alex Taffro.
12 is not in the game
No,
right now.
Alex Taffro.
Oh, he's going in right now.
So Taffro is stopped right at about the 1 after a gain of 1 on the carry to the 44-yard line of the Grizzlies.
They put in a backup quarterback to give Woodstock a different look.
Maybe.
I know that Hilgert has a bandage on his left arm. He had a pretty good scrape on it. He's got a lot of blood on the front of his T-shirt.
Jersey. So Hilgert back in that quarterback, fakes the handoff, takes it by himself, and Marcus McGregor met him right at the line. You do not want to meet Marcus McGregor at the line. You just don't. Marcus McGregor took down Hilgert very quickly.
And if it hadn't been Marcus McGregor, Seamus McDermott was right behind his buddy Marcus.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good place to you take on everybody, and I'll just clean it up if anything needs to be done. So it is a 3rd down now and 9 from the 44. O'Brien and Hilgert may have been beaten up a little bit over the past couple of plays here, and that may be a problem for them. Then Hilgert goes back to throw, launches, and is it complete? It is not complete.
Incomplete.
Yep.
I thought that was an interception. I
Saracena
thought
was down there, too.
had it.
I didn't know who had it down there. I didn't even know if the football was on the ground or not.
I thought Saracena caught it.
So an incomplete to Shanish, and it's 4th down and 9. 4th down and 9 for the Grizzlies. 5 for 9 passing now for Hilgert. Back to punt is Zysis Vasilou. Zysis and Aries. Those are pretty interesting names. So Vasilou waiting for the snap. And the boot is out of there, and it will come down to Austin Amlaw. He'll call for a fair catch at the 23-yard line. And that's where the Centaurs will take it, 1st down and 10.
That's a smart, well-coached team. Amlaw knows that he's not going to get much. He looked up. He saw he wasn't going to get much. Calls fair catch just to control it and get his offense on, give him a chance.
First down and 10, 23-yard line for Woodstock Academy. Hey, guess what? Here is the Guilford defense. Buddy Gambardella, Luke Kerrigan are your defensive ends.
6 minutes before half.
Yeah, Logan Murphy, Dan O'Connell are your tackles. Liam Alberti and Kevin Smith, the outside linebackers. Alejandro Kohlberg Martinez, the inside backer. Dylan Berlikoff and Brady Hallahan are your corners. Jake Chaniga and Trevor Ridley are your safeties. Yeah, 6 minutes before the half, I finally got the defense in. It took me a little while. Richardson hands off the football, and this is Amlaw straight up the gut. Got maybe a yard or two, maybe, to the 25, if that's where they mark it.
Yeah, that interior of Guilford's line is very good.
Give them a gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8 for the Centaurs. Not a lot of room on the ground to operate so far. Just 15 yards on the ground for Woodstock Academy. This is Richardson. Smith is threatening to blitz a little bit. Back to throw. It is incomplete to Saracena, as coming over and making that was the safety. Trevor Ridley kind of made a nice play, and Saracena is down on the ground. And he's not moving much right now.
I don't know what happened.
A little collision between the two. It might be, was it head or was it shoulder? Or was it in the middle of the body is what they're looking at.
Yeah, ribs.
Maybe. Wind knocked out.
Could have come down on the ball.
That
It's
too.
possible.
That's very possible. As they take a chat and a look, Tyler McCarthy will do so. We're going to take a short break here at Woodstock Academy. The score of Woodstock Academy 14, Guilford 12.
Luce Center for the Arts at the Woodstock Academy and Performing Arts of Northeast Connecticut proudly present Ocean State Pops Orchestra's 2022 Holiday Pops Concert. Coming to Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd, we invite you and your whole family to celebrate the holiday season with Rhode Island's finest 60-piece ensemble and special guest openers, the Hill Singers. Bar on site, advanced tickets just $27 on theluce.org or charge by phone at 860-963-6789.
Carter Saracena ran off the field.
It looked to be a left hand issue.
Third down and 8. Speaking of issues for the Centaurs right now at their own 25-yard line.
Nice
5:55 left to go here in this first half. Richardson back to throw. In trouble. Ran right into 2 Guilford defenders and goes down back at about the 14-yard line. Second sack of the afternoon for the Grizzlies.
You got to step up in that pocket. You can't stand back there immobile. Guilford's interior defensive line is coming, and they're coming hard.
Centaurs have lost 23 yards on sacks today, but this makes it 4th and forever. Well, not forever, but 4th and 19 forever when you're at your own 14. And it means Jacob Lezot will have to come on and punt the football away. And the snap, a little high, but Lezot pulls it down and boots it up. Yeah, this one's not going very far. At the 43, it was a fair catch by Taffro.
Great field position for Guilford.
Absolutely. With 5:06, plenty of time. And like we say, though, this has been kind of a game that has started in 5th gear and has kind of slacked off.
Well, both teams, obviously both very well-coached teams, good athletes. They're going to figure things out.
Yep. And they found out a lot of things quickly. Hilgert and O'Brien are in the backfield again. And Hallahan out there now is out there to the left.
If you're not seeing a healthy dose of O'Brien, there's got to be
there's got to be a problem. Yeah, there's got to be an issue, one would guess. Now, there's a little difficulty with Guilford. They're looking back like they're missing someone. You know what I'm saying? Do we have everybody on the field? We have the right personnel? I guess so. So we're set to go. Liam Alberti is the H-back in this formation. O'Brien, the sole setback. Alberti just kind of trots across the motion. They give O'Brien the football, and O'Brien carries it straight ahead.
Got about 7.
Yeah, nice carry this time for O'Brien. And And the ball will be marked at the 40, well, make that the 37? 37 or so? 38? Yeah, give him a gain of 6 to the 38. And here's another carry by O'Brien. Shed one tackler inside the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds before the goal line. Nice breaking a tackle early on, and then just took off.
Seamus McDermott's going to be kicking himself about that one. Had him in the backfield, wasn't able to bring him to the turf. Again, you got to hit him low. You got to take his legs out.
Otherwise, he's going to take you for a ride.
Yep.
That ball is going to be marked right at the 13. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
13-yard line. So it was a gain of 25 for O'Brien on that carry.
Appears to be a little closer to the 12, but we're close.
143 yards. O'Brien again. Well, even if it was a 12, he just gained that yard back as he gets close to the goal line. We'll just see exactly where. It's either at the 1 or the 2.
They're just going
that
off
2.
Tackle.
Yep, 2-yard line. 11 on that carry for O'Brien. So much for his difficulties.
All right.
16 carries, 154 yards. Who else? O'Brien right into the line, touchdown. Guilford, I think. Yeah, everybody was signaling touchdown, and the official finally agreed. Well, that was a Mike O'Brien drive. All of 4 plays to go 44 yards.
That was dominant.
Yeah.
I believe they'll be going for 2 again.
One would think you're up 18-14. You want to get that 6-point lead back at least. Although 18-14 does guarantee you a field goal doesn't work, if you will. It's still a touchdown game, if you will. But they'd like to get the 2. And Hilgert with Smith behind him now. No O'Brien. Hilgert goes back to throw it, tosses it, completes it to Liam Alberti, the H-back out of the backfield. Gets that one to go. So the Guilford Grizzlies have taken a 20-14 lead over the Woodstock Academy.
When it comes to
Central.
financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Well, we better be ready the way this has been going on kickoffs, right?
Absolutely.
4:22 to go, 20-14 lead for Guilford over the Centaurs. Little onside kick now for Guilford, but this not to be troubled by it, if you will, as the Centaurs picked it up and put it away. It was Zach Arsenault, I think, number 55, who fell on that football.
Okay.
That's who I had anyway. Who did you have?
It's not 55 because he had I think he had 52, but that's Cashel Noel, who's been out with an arm injury.
Yeah, so I may have been Arsenault. I don't know. 48-yard line is all I do know. First down and 10. Good field position for Woodstock Academy. Now, does that say defense, we trust you?
Right. Yes, it does.
Because that's the only thing I get out of that.
I don't want to kick it off because you had 2 huge returns.
No, that's the other thing. Is it kind of that kind of deal? Handoff to actually Richardson, kept it by himself. Nice job by Richardson to fool the play-by-play announcer.
Right.
But he gets down to about the 49-yard line.
Well, that's what a good RPO, run-pass option, will do. Richardson put it in Savoy's stomach and pulled it out, kept it, and got about 3.
Yep, 3-yard gain for Richardson. That's his first carry today. That's kind of different. because Teddy Richardson on the year has 37 carries for 249 yards and 4 touchdowns. So usually one of the more prolific runners. He has not been running much today. They fake to Gallagher. They give to Amlaw. Straight ahead, no gain. Just pummeled to the ground.
Great stick by number 55.
And it was not Amlaw. It was instead David Bunning, number 22, not 25. So no gain on the play for Bunning.
Colberg Martinez with a stick.
Yeah, that one was pretty emphatic. 3rd down and 7 for Woodstock Academy. They went 3 and out in their last possession.
Now, a drive here would be nice because, remember, they get the ball to start the second half.
Yes, they do. Richardson fakes to Savoy quickly. Out to Theriak. Theriak gains a couple and goes down. Almost thought there might have been a face mask in there, just the way he was going down, but no call.
Guilford did a great job getting after that throw to Theriak.
Ball will be marked at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of just 2 on that pass play.
And they're going for it, Mark.
Well, one would think they would. They're inside the other side of midfield. So on 4th down and about 6.
Look for a long count.
4th down and 5.
Try and get him to jump.
Short 6, long 5. Richardson looks over at the sideline. Back to throw, looks to his left, throws it incomplete to Theriak. No flags on the play. 1st down for Guilford. 1st down at their own 47-yard line. So 4 and out this time for the Centaurs.
And this is a big series in this game.
Yeah. You do not want at the Guilford, taking a 13-point lead. That could be difficult because you have a dominant running back who can help you control the clock. No question about that. 47-yard line. First down and 10. Hilgert fakes the handoff to O'Brien. Look to throw to him. Now he does throw to him, and it's incomplete. That was a nice job by Hilgert, faking the short throw to O'Brien, setting him down the sideline, and then just overthrew him.
That's a wheel route.
Yep.
And what you do is everybody in the world is thinking that O'Brien's going to run the ball. You fake it to O'Brien and then figure the defense is going to forget about him. But Woodstock played it well.
They did, and the throw was high. Let's face it, a little long by Hilgert. 2:03 left to go here in the first half. It is 2nd down and 10. Not 1st down and 10 as they have across the field. This handoff O'Brien over the 50, over the 45, pushing his way. Amlaw had him by the jersey. He was stiff-arming Brandon Nagel all the way down the field, but Amlaw had him by the back of the jersey, and he wasn't going to let go.
He pushed Nagel down.
41-yard line of Woodstock Academy. A gain of 12 on the carry for O'Brien.
O'Brien's right in front of us. He just came out of the game. He is hurting.
I would be too after 168 yards running in the first half. Hilgert comes inside the pressure. Then he just points to the sideline. Got out of bounds. Actually stopped the clock. So in that respect, it was good too. If you're Guilford anyway, got it down to about the 39-yard line. Gain of a couple.
Kenny Brown chased him down from the other side of the field. To show the athleticism of Kenny Brown and that defensive front line for Woodstock.
2nd down and 8 for the Grizzlies. Kevin Smith remains in the game in the backfield behind Hilgert.
Great name. I hope he falls down.
Hard to talk about your relatives like that. Complete pass this time to Taffro. Taffro cuts it back inside, and Taffro gets down inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line.
Well-designed play.
Yeah. Just a quick out.
Timeout,
receiver
Guilford.
screen.
No,
timeout Woodstock Academy. They want to talk about things just a little bit. Calm things down a little bit too, maybe. 23-yard line is where it got down to. A 16-yard pass play to Taffro.
Jared Eaton made that tackle well down the field. Not bad for a defensive end.
85 yards now in passing for Hilgert. 49 yards in receptions for Tafro in a couple of catches.
You know, watching Coach Saucier over there talking to his defense, he's letting them have it. They have to hold the line here.
Yeah.
They cannot allow any more points.
This is because Guilford is pretty much a score-at-will team, it seems. They can score. They're going to give up some points. There's no question they're going to give up some points.
Right.
But they're going to score a lot. O'Brien is back in the game, by the way.
And he will be getting the ball.
That's a prediction that you could go to Vegas with and be pretty confident. Be very confident, okay?
That's going to be a low payout wager.
Yep. 23-yard line, first down and 10 for the Grizzlies with 1:23 left to go here in the first half. Hilgert barks it, fakes to O'Brien. Uh-oh, you'd lost your bet. Hilgert pulls it down, has to run it by himself, still looking downfield. Now he carries it and carries it inside. He actually, Seamus McDermott thought he was going to go out of bounds, kind of let up on him, and Hilgert went around him.
See, I hate this. This is the quarterback is untouchable area of football. You can't hit a quarterback or they're going to throw a flag.
Right.
And it bothers me so much because defensive players will hold up when a quarterback fakes like he's going to go out of bounds, then he'll turn it up and get another
like he
few
did,
yards.
a first down, down to the 13-yard line. In motion is Ridley. Hilgert gives to O'Brien. O'Brien cut. Now, that's how you're supposed to take down Mike O'Brien. You got him in the legs, and that's exactly what they did. On the bottom of that, I think you'll find Trevor Savoy, who made that hit right at about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 somehow.
And O'Brien did not go hard into the line that time.
No, he did not, but he still got 3 yards.
Right.
How? I don't know.
Guilford from the Woodstock 10.
So it is 2nd down and 7 from the 10. O'Brien remains behind Hilgert. In motion again, Ridley the other way this time. And again, the handoff to O'Brien going that way. Over to the right side, carried to about the 5-yard line. And now a timeout for Guilford, one would envision, with only 31 seconds to go in the half. Gain of 5 on the carry for O'Brien.
3rd and about 2.5, 3.
That would be about it, because they got to get to the 3-yard line. They were at the 13 for a first down, and just beyond the 13 maybe. So you're right, maybe just inside the 3 will give them a first down.
And they can run anything they want to run because they have 2 timeouts left. So even if they don't get this first down, they can call timeout. So they can run, they can pass, either one.
We'll be back with you again next Saturday when Woodstock Academy takes on the Fitch Falcons right here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. I do believe it is a senior day next week. Am I correct?
Yes, and I'm absolutely positive Fitch is going to be so happy to drive up here.
Again, after a loss to Killingly last night. So 2 weeks in a row up to Northeast Connecticut. Not the best thing if you're from Groton. Hilgert back in the pistol. O'Brien right behind him. And the fakes. Oh, no, he does give the handoff to O'Brien, who just pushes his way right down to the 1-yard line. That'll be a 1st and goal.
1st and goal
for the Grizzlies.
And another timeout for Guilford.
One would think. Down to the 1-yard line. Well, they're going to say run the clock.
Yeah.
They didn't call a timeout.
No, they did not.
So they're just going to go at it. And the handoff straight ahead. I think that was Hilgert. No handoff. Hilgert went in. Touchdown. Hilgert went in and got the touchdown. With 8 seconds to go in the quarter. A 1-yard carry for Tyler Hilgert. He said, don't worry about it, Mike. I can handle this. You can't have all the glory.
That was an absolutely huge drive by Guilford.
Oh, yeah. No question about it. 8 seconds to go. Took them 53 yards, and they did so in 9 plays. Took them just about 2 minutes and 37 seconds to do so. Back for the 2-point conversion. Hilgert throws, knocked away from Tafro by Theriak. So we'll keep it here for the moment. 26-14 in favor of Guilford.
Well, I lost that last bet. I'm making another one. They're not going to kick it deep. With 8 seconds to go.
The squib kick, you think?
Yeah, I would say.
So a 26-14 lead for the Grizzlies. It was an exciting first quarter with the two teams trading touchdowns, and the second quarter has been all Guilford right now.
Yes.
Woodstock Academy had one drive that got down to the 43-yard line early in the second quarter. Then they stopped Guilford on the next possession, but then Guilford did the same thing to them, and Guilford has since stopped Woodstock again and scored on two of its possessions. Thus the 26-14 lead for the Grizzlies.
Have I mentioned how much I dislike the color green?
Oh, yeah. We haven't even done that. Green and white on top of it. That one ball, did that even get the 10 yards?
Woodstock
it did not.
Recovered it.
Yeah, and that's Zach Arsenault, yeah. I think Zach Arsenault is the second time he's picked one up.
It was 52 the last time.
You think so? Yeah, there is a 52 out there. There is a 52.
That's Cashel Noel. I don't know if that person is Cashel Noel.
I don't either, obviously.
Because he did have surgery on an upper arm injury that he sustained earlier in the year. But I haven't seen him to see if he's cleared to play again.
First down and 10, 49-yard line, 8 seconds to play. They didn't run any clock on that one. So it will be a first down and 10. Do you do anything here outside of handoff?
I would assume that they will hand
Or do you
off.
try for a big play? One play. Of course, that can go against you, but they are going to look downfield. Richardson has to tuck quickly, runs it up the field, and then just slides. And that will end the first half of play. They ruled him down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 1 on the play for Richardson. But doesn't matter as the clock has run out here in the first half for the Centaurs, who trail the Guilford Grizzlies by the score of 26-14. We'll be back with halftime here at the Bentley.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Back with you here at Woodstock Academy, 26-14 in favor of the Guilford Grizzlies over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. We've played one half of football on a beautiful fall day here at Woodstock Academy. Not a cloud in the sky. It was an interesting first half. That might be, to say the least. Joined at halftime by our Director of Alumni Relations and also acting Athletic Director, Mr. Brad Favreau. How you doing, Brad?
Good afternoon, Mark. Doing very well. Actually, Sean has taken the reins back this week, so I'm still helping out with some stuff, but I'm happy to be back into the alumni.
Acting athletic director.
You know, we'll see how many hats we can wear in 1 year. That's whatever it takes. So
whatever it takes.
Happy to have him back.
No question about it. We are happy to have Sean back. There's no doubt about that. Actually playing in his first home game of the season.
Yep.
And it looked really good for a little while. We'll talk a little bit of football first. It looked really good for a while. That first quarter was incredible.
Well, our special team certainly kept us in the game with, the onside kick at the beginning of the game, and then the kickoff return that got to down like the 20-yard line, and then we were able to pound it in. And then, of course, the kickoff return by McDermott was a thing of beauty, really. Not untouched and never really made a cut, just right up the gut.
No doubt about it. Second week in a row of a 70-yard plus kickoff return for Seamus McDermott. As As Sean Saucier said to me last week after his game against Montville, when he also scored on a 42-yard pass reception, also had 7 tackles, including a sack, he's becoming an ECC football player.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. I mean, he's got speed, he's got size, he's certainly a cerebral player. And that kickoff return, like I said, there was no cut at all. It was just strictly right up the gut and catch me if you can.
Yeah.
And really, it was kind of a line drive, knuckleball kickoff. So those are really hard to field. And he caught it perfectly, and then it was over. So.
And the nice thing about them, though, with line drives, you can get a head of steam going quickly, and they did. And he didn't have to wait for it. You can just take off and go downfield.
That's entirely true. He doesn't have to. When it's up in the air like that, the defense or the defending team has a good opportunity to get downfield, and they certainly didn't have the time. So
before they knew it, he was by him.
Yep.
That's the nice thing to say. Unfortunately, things have not gone that good since. As Mike O'Brien is as good as advertised. He has just been a monster.
Yeah, he's a beast.
For Gil. He is. He's got about 180 yards already in the first half alone, and that's been the tough thing for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. But we did bring you here for a reason. It is, of course,
not just my pretty face.
Not just your pretty face. No. You are, of course, Director of Alumni Relations. You've been busy. Alumni Weekend was just a week ago, right?
Yeah, what a great weekend. Of course, we had perfect weather. We had a great night up at Taylor Brook where we had about 170 alums from 30 different classes.
Wow.
Very well represented. They always do a nice job hosting us up there. And then Saturday, we recognized Lauren Anderson for the Distinguished Alumni Award to Society. She's an alum of 1963 and a member of our Athletic Hall of Fame, and just but a pioneer for women's athletics in Title IX. And then we had a nice dinner following. So really a lot going on. The fall is really a lot of activity with our alumni stuff. And then, of course, and it leads up to our Giving Day.
Speak about Giving Day a little bit. Coming up very shortly.
So this will be our 4th Giving Day. We started back in, I got to do the math here, 2019.
with the COVID and everything, you never can. It's never the exact math.
You lost time in the calendar for 2020 into 2021. But so we started it in 2019. Had some success right out of the gate. We had never done it before here at the Academy. We did it in the spring. Had a good show, and then the second year was even better, and our third year was even better than that. So we anticipate our 4th annual Giving Day to be just that, successful. And we really reach out to alumni all over the world. One of our big goals is the number of donors that we try to secure. So it's whether it's giving for $5 or $5,000. Really, it's just participation. We're doing something a little bit different this year. Well, each year we've done challenges to certain classes where they try to compete against others for a number of donors and gifts.
That's cool. So have you picked out 2 classes yet or not?
Well,
is it 2 classes or just everybody?
It's open-ended. So,
okay.
I mean, in the last couple years, our class of 1993 has been very involved. Class of 1988 last year was big. So really, we put it out to everybody, and it challenges classmates to challenge one another to give and try to compete with a number of gifts towards our goal, which is the Inspire 150 campaign for the Academy.
I was going to say the Academy building has got to be the focal point, I'm sure.
Yep, and we that's our focus. But of course, we will certainly. Some folks have things that are near and dear to them when they were here, whether it's music, athletics, Model UN, or the Academy building. But we really, it's a hope for the Inspire 150 campaign, but certainly we don't say no to anybody.
How have you seen the Academy building recently?
I haven't been inside. From the exterior, it looks like it's standing up better than it was before. So it's you can tell that they're working tirelessly. Even I remember on Columbus Day they were here working on that Monday, and they're going at it, and things seem to be progressing nicely. And I'm really excited about seeing all the changes and seeing some of the things that are being reverted back to the way it was. In particular, our A200 which is upstairs. We had a stage that we did a lot of productions, theater productions, black box theater and things of that nature. That's been closed off for the few years. We're going to reopen that back up, and the focus will be on our Model UN nationally ranked champion Model UN program. So really looking forward to all the new things that come without compromising the integrity of the building.
It's something special about historical restoration. I mean, because, yeah, you're making it new, but you're also bringing the old and making it new.
Right. Well, that's when you're involved with a historic building like the Academy building, which was built in 1873, on the registry, there are certain rules in place that have to maintain the integrity of the building. And certainly those are challenging because, if you look at the building, the windows, you can't just go down to Lowe's and buy a window to put in.
Doesn't work that way.
So you really have to make it so it keeps that
historically accurate.
Historically accurate. So it's one of the great things about the Academy building is everyone that walked foot on the campus, whether you graduated in 1950 or 2020
or 1900,
right? You stepped into you had a class in that building.
Oh, yeah.
And what's interesting when I bring back classes that are doing their milestone reunions and we do tours, everybody just wants to be either in the Academy building because there's so many stories, and if the walls could talk,
yeah,
certainly, and it's funny because you end up staying in one place and hearing all the stories, which is really phenomenal to hear. The other building is our library, which at one point was our gym. So, those are the two places that people really want to hang out and talk.
No question, no doubt about it. Always fun, and always fun to talk to you, Brad.
Yeah,
and thank you
Mark.
very much for
You're
stepping
welcome.
up
My
and
pleasure.
helping throughout this whole fall. It's been an interesting time. There's no question about that. But the nice thing is, everything got done.
Well, everything got done, and certainly it's been a team approach. Yourself and Jared and Colin have been awesome as well, and just the help from Holly Singleton up top. And
oh, yeah.
Just, and it helps, too, that we have coaches here that are helpful and run a good ship. So it's those kind of things make it easy for someone sitting in my chair to execute.
No doubt about that. And, of course, you're looking forward to heading down to see your daughter play again tonight, 5 o'clock down at Granby.
Granby Memorial.
As they finish off their regular season, and they'll be right back in action here on Tuesday in an ECC semifinal. So that should be pretty cool. No question about that. Brad, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Brad Favreau, our Director of Alumni Relations here at Woodstock Academy, back with more as halftime comes to a conclusion here at the Bentley Athletic Complex.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And back with you, and just in time to have Greg Smith rejoin us with some halftime announcements.
Well, I had a very nice time talking hockey with Coach Donahue.
There you go.
I'm really looking forward to this hockey season, Mark.
We'll be doing some.
Be a lot of fun.
We'll be doing some.
All right. Samantha Romero and Rachel Budd would like everyone to know that Reflections, a contemporary sculpture exhibit, will be at the gallery at the Luce Center for the Arts until November 17th. For more information about that, go to theluce.org. That's THELOOS.org. Next, Ocean State Pops Orchestra will perform a holiday concert at the Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd. Our Hill Singers will be the opening act. Miss Holly Singleton would like everyone to know that the B Club, and B Club is one of our newer clubs on campus. It's a students committed to the well-being and support of members of our community who face medical hardships and help defray the costs of medical emergencies. They're raffling off a PlayStation 5. If you don't know, those things are very expensive.
Yeah, they are.
And $10 for one ticket, $50 for 6 tickets, $100 for 15 tickets. The drawing will be at halftime of the Thanksgiving Day game versus Killingly. And last but certainly not least, as we just heard, Giving Day is November 15th. Woodstock Academy is raising funds to support the Inspire 150 campaign. That's to refurbish my home.
Oh!
The lovely Academy building.
Yes, that's where Greg Smith lives in the tower.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm
The
Quasimodo.
The hunchback of the Woodstock Academy
I'm
building.
Quasimodo of the Academy building. Gifts of $150 or more get a set of Woodstock Academy coasters. A generous alumnus will match the first $5,000 of donations. That's awesome.
Nice. By the way, we did have a score in already. Unfortunately, Woodstock Academy, the boys soccer team, finished off its season with a tough battle and a tough loss, 1-0 loss to Ledyard today over at the South Campus. So that ends the season for the Woodstock Academy boys. As far as halftime statistics for you, first from Guilford. Mike O'Brien, what do you say?
That's the statistic.
21 carries, 180 yards. Not bad.
21 carries and a half.
Yeah, for 180 yards. Tyler Hilgert had 5 carries for 19 yards. Hilgert was 6 for 11 passing for 85 yards. Most of those went to number 4, Joe Taffro. Taffro caught 2 catches for 49 yards. Jake Janige, 2 catches for 28. And Tyler Ridley, Trevor Ridley, not Tyler, my bad. 2 catches for 8 yards. One of those was for a touchdown. So certainly a lot of yardage there for Guilford. Not so much for Woodstock Academy. Leading rusher, Carter Saraceno, 1 carry for 8 yards. 2 carries for Austin Amlaw for 5. 2 carries for Teddy Richardson for 4. 2 carries for Trevor Savoy for 2. That totals 19 yards in total rushing for Woodstock Academy. Richardson, 7 for 11 passing, 61 yards. 2 players with 30 yards each. Brandon Nagel, 3 catches for 30 yards, including a touchdown. And 2 catches for Lucas Theriak for 30 yards. Carter Saraceno and Austin Amlaw have both caught 1 pass each for single digits anyway.
Without a running game, what Guilford can do is just pin back their ears and go looking for Richardson. He's getting no time to throw the ball, and the rushing game is not effective. So Woodstock's got to figure out a way to control this second half offensively.
Yeah, that's going to be the big key. It's somehow getting some form of running game going if you can establish that. And the other thing is, too, the bigger problem is that you're down by 12 points, 26-14. So, you want to get a running game going, but you also have to realize there's only so much time.
Points quickly.
There's only so much time. But they have been capable of putting big points on the board quickly. A couple of big kickoff returns there in that first half really carried the Centaurs. And you have their football first, Austin Amlaw, Seamus McDermott, and Jackson Gallagher. I have a feeling they don't want to aim to McDermott or to Gallagher. They might want to try McDermott or to Amlaw. They might want to try it a roller. How does that?
That is what they wanted.
And that ball rolls by,
live.
And it's live, but that's been fallen on by Jackson Gallagher at the 27-yard line. First down and 10 for Woodstock Academy.
That was the best thing Guilford could have done, and it almost was a big problem for Woodstock.
Well, it bounced over David Bunning's head, and Gallagher, I think, was thinking Bunning would take it. But it bounced over his head, and then when a football hits the ground, when a football hits the ground, it can do some bad things. And that's essentially what happened there. First down and 10 for Teddy Richardson and company. Marcus McGregor, the center. Kenny Brown, Zach Arsenault, the guards. Evan LeBounty, Jared Eaton, the tackles. Brendan Nagel, Carter Morissette, Lucas Theriak, Carter Saraceno, generally out there a lot. Austin Amlaw, Trevor Savoy have rotated at back. Jacob Lezot is the H-back.
Saraceno's back in the game.
And here comes a play that we thought might happen. McDermott in at Wildcat, essentially, is what this is. He's the quarterback. but he's essentially Wildcat as he keeps the football and carries it up the left side and gained maybe a yard. Maybe not.
Yep.
I don't think he actually got a yard on that one. But it was something that we were told that might happen today, and indeed it did to start the second half. And I don't know if that's even a yard. I mean, they did move the chain a little bit.
Yep.
I don't think so, though. I think that's no gain on the play. 27-yard line, second down and 10.
And that puts Woodstock in a hole. They can't afford a hole.
No. Second down, 10. Theriak goes in motion. Richardson looks downfield over the middle. Oh, Saracena! He's looking for a flag because they did reach out and grab the shoulder pad.
Yeah.
I thought it could have been possible, but they said no.
No, and have we seen a flag today?
To be honest, no.
No, not one flag.
It's been a totally penalty-less football game.
And I hope that's not the broadcaster's curse.
Penalty-less? Yeah, because that's, you know how that
Right.
works. So 27-yard line, third down and 10. That's interesting. I never thought about that. We've been talking about touchdowns so much. There has not been a penalty in this game. Not one piece of laundry on the field. Richardson will go back to throw.
Here they
Looks
come.
to the left. In trouble. Smith was coming in. He lofted it out. Nagel was over there, and that's why he had his hand raised just to prevent the intentional grounding, saying, I was near it. I was near it.
Well, and then Richardson got absolutely destroyed by the defensive interior of Guilford, and no flag on that.
Smith was the person who put the initial pressure on from the outside, and then he had a lot of friends come join him. So it will be 4th and 10 from the 27 and a punting situation for Lezon. Had a few less bodies than they needed, so streaming quickly onto the field is Ethan Brierly. And then the punt for Lezon. And the boot downfield. This will be Taffro at the 45-50. Inside the 47-yard line again. This time grabbing the back of the jersey.
Kenny Brown.
Yeah, Kenny Brown picked that one up and just grabbed the back of the jersey and held on to him until he had some help.
Oh.
So the punt took it back down to the 45-yard line of Guilford, and he brought it. Then Taffro brought it to the 46-yard line.
Kenny Brown's a heck of an athlete.
Just underway here in the second half. 26-14 in favor of Guilford, and it's Guilford's football in Woodstock Academy territory already. Tyler Hilgert, Mike O'Brien, as we said, 180 yards in the first half. They will give the ball to O'Brien, 45-40, 35, down to the 30, out of bounds. Seamus McDermott dragging him over there. Had some help over there from Jared Eaton.
McDermott's hurt. Hurt his right shoulder.
He did. Got a stinger, it looks like, or something. So Mike O'Brien got it down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 on that carry. First down and 10 for Guilford. He's almost at 100, almost at 200 yards. This time it's Taffro up inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line before he is dragged out of bounds.
Tackled by Evan Roy.
Gain him a couple there. Down to the, let's see exactly where they marked that one. No, maybe 22-yard line. Gain of 8. What am I saying, a couple? Long more than two. Let's put it that way. Gain of 8 for Taffro. First carry for Taffro today. Hilgert hands off to O'Brien, and Bryan carries it down inside the 20 for a first down, down to about the 18-yard line.
Tackled by Marcus McGregor.
That ball will be marked right at the 18. Give him a gain of 4. Guess what?
That's 200?
That's 200.
That's amazing.
200 already on the afternoon for Mike O'Brien.
23
carries. 23
Wow.
carries. 200 yards. Back to throw, Hilgert. Out to O'Brien. To the 20, to the 15, puts on the brakes and went down right at about the 15-yard line.
Good
gain about 3.
Nice open field tackle by Lucas Theriak.
3-yard pass to the 15-yard line of Woodstock Academy. Second down and 7.
Second and about 8 for
That's the first catch for O'Brien. That's the only thing he hasn't done a lot of. You don't need to do a lot of catches when you run as much as he does. 2nd and 7. At the 15. Hilgert hands off to O'Brien inside the 15, but this time he had a Marcus McGregor on his back, and you don't go far with Marcus McGregor on your back.
And the ball came out, but he was on the ground.
Yeah, they say it was,
did.
and O'Brien is still on the ground. That left arm is still bothersome for him.
Absolutely.
And they pick him up with gave him a little bit of a helping hand. Kenny Brown did so, and O'Brien comes off.
Good sportsmanship.
Absolutely. Gain of only 1 on the play that time for O'Brien to the 14-yard line of Woodstock Academy. It's 3rd down and 6.
O'Brien's a tough kid. That shoulder's been bothering him throughout this game.
Yeah,
but,
it has not been good.
But
everything else has been
there.
good for him. Let's put it that way. 3rd down and 6. Alberti goes across the motion. Handoff Kevin Smith inside the 10, down to about the 9. That's close to a first down.
Evan Roy on the tackle.
I don't think they're going to give it to him.
No, he's right at the 10.
Yep.
So it's about a yard and a half.
Yeah, they had to get down to about the 8. So almost a yard and a half. Short 2, long 1. Yeah, I got it right that time. Gain of 4 on that carry for Smith. He's now in positive territory with 1 yard in a couple carries. His first effort, not so great. Second effort was better. Smith again back there with Alberti. Hilgert goes back to throw. He's going to tuck and run. Away from McGregor inside the 5. He's going to catch. Yeah, caught the pylon. Got inside the pylon for a touchdown for Guilford.
Woodstock Academy had him in the backfield, but let him get out.
10-yard touchdown run for Tyler Hilgert.
That's an impressive opening drive here in the second half for Guilford.
No doubt about that. So one thing you didn't want to see if you were Woodstock Academy, because now the Grizzlies are up 32-14.
Right.
Hilgert looks over.
And they ate a good portion of that.
7:58.
That clock.
4 minutes and 2
clock.
seconds in that first drive. Well, not the first drive, because obviously quick out for Woodstock Academy. It took them 3 minutes, to be honest. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to be exact, to take that ball in from 47 out. Hilgert on the high snap brings it down, and he goes down quickly in the arms of, I think, Austin Amlaw.
Yep.
7:58 to go, third quarter, 32-14, Guilford.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Deep to receive, along with
Back with you as a kickoff comes to Bunning. Had it fall out of his hands and fall on Sam Clark, and Bunning both fall on it right at about the 36-yard line. On the kickoff, Woodstock Academy trailing Guilford by 18 points now, 32-14. Ball will be 1st and 10 for the Centaurs. Mark it right at the 36, I do believe.
For Woodstock from the Woodstock 36-yard line.
After that kickoff. So you want to get a running game established, but right now it might be a little bit difficult.
Absolutely. Richardson hasn't had enough time to really set his feet and throw. So you're going to have to roll the pocket. You're going to have to move, and because Richardson's left-handed, he's got to be moving to his left.
So here we go, first play of this series for Woodstock Academy. Trevor Savoy, the sole setback. Behind them, we're going to have delay. Delay of game. Comes from the back judge. And indeed it is a delay of game against the Centaurs.
Delay of game, Woodstock.
You're right, the first flag. 31-yard line, and it's 1st and 15. Not something you want to do.
And that's impossible to have one flag in a high school football game.
I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
First time I've seen that in a long time. Richardson throws out to Saracena, complete. Yeah, it was momentum carried him out of bounds, but it's a nice completion up to about the 49-yard line. 18 yards on that pass play.
And again, that's play action pass, which gave Guilford something to think about offensively. So play action and then the throw to Saracena, crossing route.
79 yards now in passing for Richardson. And a 1st down and 10 for Woodstock Academy. Just shy of midfield. Fake the handoff to Saracena. Play action, go downfield. Intercepted by Janish at the 41. He stepped out of bounds. Back around the 45 or so, 46. Janish just stepped right in front.
And Richardson knew it. As soon as he let the ball go, you could see it, that he knew that he had made a mistake.
Made a mistake. 46-yard line of Guilford, 1st down and 10 for the Grizzlies. That's also technically the first turnover of the game, because the kickoff is just an onside kick, so that didn't go that way. So first turnover of the game goes against Woodstock. 1st down and 10 for Guilford at the 46-yard line. And this is Hilgert. Once again in the pistol with O'Brien behind him. They put Taffro in motion. They fake the handoff. You keep the football. Hilgert gets out of one, not two, though. Hit from behind. Almost lost the football as Amlaw came from the backside to hit him, and Brown hit him from the front. Hilgert was just fortunate to hold on to the football. Loss of a few on that play.
Amlaw is pound for pound one of the toughest players that we've seen this year.
Loss of 3 on that sack play. Back to the 43-yard line. That's the first sack on the Guilford quarterback. 2nd down, 13. Of course, with Mike O'Brien in the backfield, that may not be such a big thing. He gets the football. Amlaw immediately, maybe it is such a big thing because he didn't go anywhere. Amlaw this time all over Mike O'Brien.
Brown with the assist on the tackle.
59, Kenneth Brown.
3rd down and 13. It's one of the few times that O'Brien does not gain a yard on a carry. 25 carries now, 201 yards on the afternoon. And a 3rd and 13. O'Brien remains in there. They spread it out with 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Keep Liam Alberti in there as the H-back. Fake the handoff, looking over the middle, nothing there. Hilgert retreats out of the pocket, looks downfield, launches downfield. Janish is behind the defense, incomplete. And actually it was number 3. It was not Janish, it was Brady Hallahan who got loose.
What a throw by Hilgert.
Yeah, it was.
He hit the receiver right in the chest with that ball from about 40 yards.
But unfortunate for Hilgert, it was not caught. Hilgert now 7 for 13 passing. And it'll be 4th and 13 and a punting situation for Guilford.
Not something we've seen too much of today. I think this is their second.
Second, yeah. Zeisis Vasilou to punt the football away. Do we have
just a loose ball?
A loose football. The ball got away. So Zeisis Vasilou back to boot this ball away from his own 29-yard line. As the saying goes, this game is not over yet. Yes, you're down by 18, but you have 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And you just forced Guilford to punt, but Amlaw has to retreat. The ball bounces at the 25. He picks it up at the 10, spins ahead to the 15, got to about the 16-yard line before Smith took him down. So not a bad punt there for Vasilou. Got a little bit of help from the bounce. And the return got it back to the 16-yard line.
Woodstock.
1st down and 10 for the Academy. came into this game with a 3-2 record. Guilford came in at 4-2 on the season. I was just waiting for the sun to turn the corner of the building,
no,
and it's not getting there.
It's not going to happen.
It's not getting here.
No.
It's kind of been stuck about 5 feet to my left.
If you want to stay here for another couple hours, you might get a little bit.
But it's becoming lesser and
yes.
lesser because of the angle, as the saying goes, as we move deeper into October and heading quickly for November. Richardson fakes the handoff, throws it out to Theriak, complete at about the 20. He's still on his feet, got to the 25 before he went down. Nice job by Theriak.
You know, that's a kid that I remember seeing him as a freshman a couple of years ago, just going out in there fighting and tussling for everything.
Should be it's not a first down.
No, it's very close.
Oh my gosh, it's maybe a quarter of an inch. No, there's the first down. They do give him the first down. Everybody started moving and everybody was ready to go. So it is a first down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Richardson in trouble, throws it out and wasn't complete. Amlaw caught it, they say. It is a catch at the 33-yard line.
Nice job by Richardson to maintain and just stay alive long enough to get that ball to Amlaw.
About 7 yards on that pass play to the 33-yard line. Second down and 3. Unbelievable. Nice job by Amlaw. Nice job by Richardson. It's 2 nice catches in a row by Woodstock Academy. Richardson looks to his right this time, throws it complete to Nagel, has a person around his feet and just can't move. Ridley was just all over right around the bottom of his legs. Actually, it wasn't Ridley, it was 13, not 17. Jaco Corso, who managed just to kind of stop that play in his tracks at the 35, a gain of 2.
Yeah, yard and a half.
Yep. So third down, they have to get to about the 42. I should say 37. For a first down. I had it just about the 36 or so. Looks like more like the 37, so we'll give it that. Richardson rolls it out to the left, looks downfield, tosses downfield for Saracena. It's incomplete. So you have 4th down and 2. And this is another tough call.
And Saracena's having trouble getting up.
Uh-oh. Well, he had that hand injury the last time.
And now it looks like it's a leg. You know, what you don't realize is what this takes, the toll this takes on your body doing this every day and playing games on Saturday.
So they will punt the football away. Jacob Lezot. Is that, yeah, that's Lezot. Where's that McDermott? No, it's Lezot. He doesn't have his, didn't he have pink socks on before or something?
No, sir.
Okay. Boot is out of there. Good one by Lezot. Out to the 35, dropped and fallen on by Tafro. So it'll be first down and 10 for Guilford after that punt that Tafro fell on. With 3:46 left here in the third quarter. 38-yard line of Guilford, first down and 10. 32-14 lead for the Grizzlies. And the biggest thing for the Grizzlies right now is the clock. It's in their favor.
Absolutely. And you're going to see a healthy dose of running. Hilgert's not going to throw this ball unless he absolutely has to.
And he doesn't have to with O'Brien out there, but O'Brien's having a little hard time getting rolling here in the second half.
Right. That's a great open field tackle by Seamus McDermott. He wrapped up both of O'Brien's legs and just took him to the ground.
So that ball marked right at the 39-yard line, a gain of 1 for O'Brien. The yard's a little bit harder to come by so far in the second half, but they were pretty easy to come by in the first. He still has 202 yards. That's a healthy afternoon for anybody. Second down, well, they say not a yard. I say a yard because it actually was started at the 38. It's at the 39. Second down and 9. Hilgert in trouble from Amlaw, throws it down in front of O'Brien, who didn't even want to touch it because he was going to get nailed as soon as he did. So an incomplete pass. Third down and 9.
You had number 75 that was I don't know, 15 yards down the field? That should have been a flag.
Well, they don't throw many flags in this game. We've had one flag. It was a delay of game, and that's it. It's an amazing scenario that you only have one flag in a football game.
Right.
For delay of game, of all
Right.
things. But that's an oddity that is, that's interesting. Hilgert, throw quick, incomplete, as he threw it outside, and his receiver Ridley was going inside.
Right.
So it's just an incomplete pass, and now it's fourth down. 4th down and 9, 39 yards. Well, they marked it back at, well, maybe they did move it back to the 38. I thought they had it up at the 39 at one point.
And 2 incomplete passes that stopped the clock both times. It's not what Guilford wants.
No. They only lost 48 seconds, 49 seconds. I think they took it at 3:46. So they didn't get a lot of play off of that one. Let's put it that way. This is Vasilou back to punt from his own 25-yard line. Boot is up. Almost got a hand on it by McDermott. Nice punt, though, and they'll catch it. Amlaw on the fair catch at the 35. First down and 10 for Woodstock Academy from their own 35-yard line. 2:49 left to play in this third quarter of play. We'll be back with you. I think we might end up doing Monday's game, right, Mr. Smith? Woodstock Academy Volleyball, an Eastern Connecticut Conference quarterfinal. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Fitch Falcons. And we will definitely be back at 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon when the Woodstock Academy Centaurs girls soccer team takes on Bacon Academy right here at the Bentley Athletic Complex in an ECC semifinal contest.
I've got permission to get down here early.
2 Centaurs collided. Richardson threw the ball downfield. I think it was Theriak and Amlaw who came together. Richardson, unfazed, threw it down the middle to Saracena. The ball fell incomplete, but you could hear the hit between the 2 Centaurs' bodies up here. That was just a tough one. 2 players doing what they thought was right. Someone was on the wrong page. Whomever it may be.
Nice to see them both get up.
No, that's true, because that was a hard hit between the 2 of them.
Yep.
Theriak and Amlaw came together, not in a good way. 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Back to throw again. Richardson looked at Nagel, now has to retreat to the left side, looking downfield. He's going to have to run the football and gets out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Got about 6.
Maybe. Depends exactly where they mark him out. They're going to say 41, so it will be 6 yards. Yep. Gain of 6 on the play for Richardson. He now has double digits, 3 carries, 10 yards. But again, the Centaurs not doing well in the rushing department today. 25 yards on the ground so far for Woodstock Academy. Richardson, as Guilford shows blitz again from the corner. Richardson back to throw, launches, it is complete at the 45, 45 I should say, up to the 50, up to the 45, the 40, 35, 30, 25, out of bounds at about the 23-yard line or so. 22 is where Saracena was knocked out of bounds.
Carter Saracena, tough kid.
Yeah.
When you thought that he was down, that he was corralled, nope, he pops out and gets another 25 yards on top of that.
Yep. Down to the 21-yard line. It was a gain of 38 yards on the pass play. So 38-yard pass from Richardson to Saracena.
It looked like Saracena wasn't going to get the first down, let alone all the rest.
I know. Just got out of there and made it happen.
Wildcat.
Yep, here's McDermott. McDermott fakes the handoff straight ahead. Carries, he gets hit hard as he carried it over the 20-yard line. Down to about the 17 or so.
Big hit by number 63. Nope, 53, excuse me, Dan O'Connell.
Sounds right. Marked that at the 17-yard line. It was a gain of 4 on the carry for McDermott. 2nd down and 6 from the 17-yard line of Guilford. Second carry from McDermott today, 4 yards for him today. A minute 49, a 32-14 lead here as we come near the end of the third quarter. Guilford ahead. Richardson looks to throw, rolls to the left, tucks it a little. Now he has to tuck it, and he goes down. Shy, I think, of the line of scrimmage at about the 19-yard line.
He lost about a yard, yard and a half.
Not a sack technically on that. He was looking to run. He was outside the pocket. Mark it back at the 19. A loss of 2 on the carry back to the 19-yard line. Well, he was in double digits. Not anymore. Richardson barking out the signals. 3rd down and 8 from the 19-yard line. Gets a little help from the sideline to determine what they're going to do. And Richardson will get the football. And there's a second flag.
And that was offside.
False start.
Yep. Yeah.
On the Centaurs.
Woodstock.
Yep. Yeah, false start on the Centaurs. -5. Second penalty of the day. Second penalty on the Centaurs. Second 5-yard penalty.
Yep.
And we're at the end of the 3rd quarter almost. So back at the 24-yard line, you have games where flags are just like part of the game. And then you have games where the flags are not existent. This is the second. This is the latter. Yeah.
Yep.
24 at the 24-yard line. It's 3rd down now and about 14. Or 13 or so, actually, for the Centaurs. Richardson back to throw. Richardson launches it to the left side. Was it caught in bounds is the question. The answer is yes. At the 11-yard line is where Lucas Theriak caught it. It will be a 13-yard gain.
They're
Should
calling
be a first
down.
Is that calling it 4th down? They're going to say he was out of bounds at the 12? Yeah,
So
out of bounds at the 12.
4th and 1.
12-yard pass, 4th down and 1. And Richardson with the football dives ahead, and I think he got the first down. Yeah, at the 10-yard line, he got the first down. Wow.
Good thing he's as tall as he is.
Yeah, he needed all of his length to dive forward and get the first down. And he did get inside the 10, or right on the 10. Nope, they're going to say inside the 10.
Yep.
They dropped
First
the yards.
and goal.
Yep, they dropped the chains. First and goal right at the 10-yard line. Back to throw, Richardson again. A ball was popped out of his hands. Who fell on it, and is it a fumble? The beanbag goes down. There was a beanbag thrown. That indicated a fumble.
Guilford
and they
ball.
do say Guilford picked it up. Was it number 25 or number 50? Looks like everybody's congratulating number 50. And I don't have a number 50.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. He's
Logan Murphy.
Logan Murphy. Yep.
That is a 6 foot, 275-pound sophomore.
So the fumble by Richardson, recovered by Murphy. Murphy wears 70. He's supposed to wear 70 on the road, but he's wearing 50 today. So you figure that one out. So back at the 17-yard line is where Guilford will take over. First down and 10, 7 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. As the drive by Woodstock Academy muted by the fumble. And straight ahead is O'Brien, but he got tripped up as he went through. Maybe got back to the 19-yard line.
McDermott again.
That'll be the last play of this 3rd quarter. So a gain of 2 by O'Brien ends the 3rd quarter. Guilford on top of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs by the score.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
We head into the 4th quarter, 32-14 in favor of the Guilford Grizzlies. Remember, it was 14-12 Woodstock in the 1st quarter.
Yep.
and all of a sudden, the next 20 points are scored by Guilford.
And they're dominating offensive run game.
Yeah. Centaurs cannot develop a run game right now. It has been their problem. And Guilford has been able to run the football. That was the concern of Coach Sean Saucier coming into this one. Throw is incomplete, but it's intercepted by Gallagher at the 30. 25-20, inside the 20, to the 15, down to about the 13-yard line.
We're not done.
No, not after that. So a nice pick by Jackson Gallagher. Moves, it was tipped.
Hilgert threw that ball, and he throws it hard. It went through the hands of the receiver, and Gallagher was right there to do his job.
First turnover by the Grizzlies at the 13-yard line for the Centaurs.
Might I say, I'm very surprised at Guilford throwing the ball.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
On second down.
Not going to disagree with you at that at all. But, there's still a lot of time. As the handoff goes to Saracena, back to Richardson as they throw it downfield, incomplete to Morissette. Nicely devised. No. Richardson was a receiver. McDermott was the quarterback. Right. Saracena, the receiver, coming almost like flea flicker type stuff, and the incomplete pass to Morissette.
And McDermott is a quarterback.
He is.
A freshman, he was a quarterback, and he's listed as the second-string quarterback.
So it will be a second and goal. Well devised. I mean, you have Richardson out there on the receiver side. You have McDermott at quarterback, and Saracena comes into the middle of it as well on the jet sweep. But was thought about well. Unfortunate that they just ran out of he overthrew Morissette in the end zone. Richardson throws it again over the middle.
Touchdown.
And touchdown caught by Theriak. Lucas Theriak, a touchdown for Woodstock Academy. I had to wait because that ball disappeared into a throng of people.
Richardson threw a dart.
He did, and I didn't know who had it at that point. There was a lot of white and blue jerseys in there.
Right.
And it was Theriak who came up with it. 13-yard pass play for the touchdown, and it's 32-20. You're right, it ain't over yet.
Going for 2, I believe. Clock is ticking, so they got to get the play in.
Clock is ticking as far as on the field, not on the clock.
I'm talking about the back judge.
Absolutely. So McDermott is going to be the quarterback. Saracena gets the football, carries it inside. Carter Saracena on the 2-point conversion for Woodstock Academy. Not done yet.
Down 10, we're not done.
11:38 to go. Guilford 32, Woodstock Academy 22.
Luce Center for the Arts at the Woodstock Academy and Performing Arts of Northeast Connecticut proudly present Ocean State Pops Orchestra's 2022 Holiday Pops Concert. Coming to Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd, we invite you and your whole family to celebrate the holiday season with Rhode Island's finest 60-piece ensemble and special guest openers, the Hill Singers. Bar on site, advanced tickets just $27 on theluce.org or charge by phone at 860-963-6789.
Back with you at the Bentley Athletic Complex. 10-point game with 11:38 to play.
I'm going to give you a football term, hands team. That's Guilford's hands team because they think they're going to see another onside kick.
Possible here.
The hands team is who you put out there when you think there's going to be an onside kick. I don't believe that this is going to be an onside kick, and if it is, it's going to be in the gap in between the second line of Guilford and their receivers.
Henry Wooten is kicking this off. Well, it is an onside kick. It rolls, and Guilford, can they fall on it? They
got it.
Do. Woodstock Academy obviously claiming they have it, but just the reaction of Guilford indicated they had it, and they do. On the bottom of that pile was indeed one of those hands players, Brady Hallahan, who made the recovery. First down and 10 for Guilford at their own 46-yard line. So why not try it? It worked that first time, and if anything, you've got to keep the mo going, right?
And it's As you said earlier, when that ball bounces, footballs bounce in
Funny.
an odd way.
Funny. So Hilgert and O'Brien. And now it seems like the Mo might be switching a little bit to the navy blue and gold side. O'Brien trying to break that hope as O'Brien carries it up to midfield, a gain of 4 on the carry. But they've kind of stopped him a little bit. He might be a little tired, too. I mean, possible.
I get tired running to the refrigerator.
28 carries on the afternoon for O'Brien. It's a 2nd down and 6 from the 50. In motion and with the football, Tafro, 50, 45, dragged down from behind. That might be a horse. Ooh, that was close to a horse collar at the 44. You know what I'm saying?
There should have been a hold on 53. That
You
would
had
be
a hold.
O'Connell.
I had the horse collar.
O'Connell tackled Evan Roy.
So mark at the 44-yard line. It was a gain of 6 on the play.
First down.
It should be. Gain of 6 for Tafro. Tafro has only had a couple of carries, but he's got 14 yards on the afternoon for them, and it should be a first down, I think. It is. Yeah, that was pretty. They started at the 46 of Guilford, so the 44 of Woodstock makes 10 in my book. Of course, I'm not a mathematician. Hilgert with O'Brien behind him. And it will be O'Brien with the football. Straight ahead, 40, 35. Carrying McGregor down to the 30-yard line. That shows some strength right there.
Yeah.
Carrying big number 67 on your back. That's like Santa Claus carrying something on the pack on his back, right?
Yes, sir.
So O'Brien carried him down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 14 yards on that carry. Wow. That just showed some brute strength on that one.
Absolutely.
221 yards on the afternoon for O'Brien. Quick throw. This is out to Tafro. Tafro gets it inside the 30 to the 25, down to the 20, inside the 20 for a first down.
Eaton just couldn't make that tackle on the line of scrimmage. And Tafro makes it out of there, gets the first down for Guilford.
Down to the 17-yard line, a gain of 13 on the pass play. They haven't thrown the ball badly either, 101 yards on the afternoon. I mean, not great, but not horrible.
No, in a high school football game, especially one with a team as run-dominated as Guilford is.
101 is not bad. Tafro in motion, gets the football again. Tafro takes this one down to the 15, high steps it inside the 10, and a flag flies finally from the offensive backfield.
Got to be holding.
Has to be from back there. One would assume. Yep, that's what it is, a block, an illegal block, however you want to look at it. That should mark them back 10. Depends where they put the flag down as to say where it did occur. And right now the flag rests at about the 17, and they're going to say it's right from there, so go back to the 27. It's a loss of 10 on the illegal block.
And when the white hat makes that call from the back, you know
First down.
He knows the spot.
Yeah. Well, one would assume, but sometimes they do pick up the flag and move it a little bit. They didn't move the flag this time. It was right at the 17. First and 20. And back to throw is Hilgert. Plenty of time. Complete over the middle. Down to it's to Ridley, and he gets down to inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line or so.
Well, that's what you want to do on 1st and 20. You want to get some back. And Guilford was able to get a lot.
Yeah, he got a lot back on that one. Down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 14 on the play. So it will be only 2nd and 6. That's not too bad.
No, you know I love my school when Ohio State is playing Penn State right now, and I'm missing it.
Oh, no.
I don't know the score.
Don't let him know it. Are you taping it? O'Brien.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh, he just went right through a huge hole.
Huge hole.
And a touchdown for O'Brien from 13 yards out.
And that seals it.
That's, when you talk about a nail, might have been one.
Yep.
I don't know if the capability exists, but you don't know. We won't call it done yet. You still have over 8 minutes to play. 8:41 to be exact, a 38-22 lead for Guilford.
Huh.
What's that?
No, I was going to look for the score. Do I really want to know? Do I want to know?
Probably not if you're a Penn State fan. You don't want to know. Ohio State is a pretty good club. The kick is up. The kick is good by Penn State. Yeah, Aries Vasilou. I was thinking Penn State in my head. We'll be back. It's 39-22 in favor of Guilford.
I've been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
.8:41 left to play, 39-22 Guilford. After the touchdown by O'Brien from 13 yards out. I think I'm getting sick and tired of calling his name.
Yeah, no kidding.
Holy moly, 30 carries, 234 yards. That's a career, never mind an afternoon.
You don't see 30 carries in any level of football anymore.
No, you don't. That ball was picked up at the 35-yard line by Sam Clark, and he'll return it up to about the 43 or so. First down and 10 for Woodstock Academy from there. Well, at 10 points, you'd say you got a chance.
Right.
At 17 and 8 minutes to play, difficult.
Not much.
No, not much.
Especially when, although Woodstock's passing game looked good their last time out.
Yeah.
Last couple of times out.
42-yard line of the Centaurs is where they'll start. Richardson on the low snap, has to throw it quickly, almost picked again. Theriak was sitting there, but Ridley jumped the route and almost had a pick six.
Yes.
That would have been, he would have taken that one to the house.
Yeah, Ridley will be dreaming about that one tonight.
I know I would have had that one. Yeah, you probably would have, but you got to catch it first. Incomplete. Second down 10. Richardson, 14 for 25 today for 161 yards, excuse me. Back to throw again is Richardson, and in trouble, and runs into his own man. He's going to go down back at about
Nowhere
the 35-yard line. Yeah, that it was just closing in on him from all sides.
Right. Good job by Guilford's defense to not leave any openings for Richardson to try and exploit.
Loss of 6 back to the 36-yard line. That is the 4th sack of the afternoon for Guilford. And it'll be third down and about 16 from the 36-yard line. Richardson trips to the left for the lefty. Looking over the middle, now tosses it out to his right. It is complete up to the 35, maybe to the 38-yard line. Austin Amlaw on the catch out of the backfield.
And that'll bring up 4th and about 13, 14.
Yeah, they needed a little bit more than that, than what they got. They only got 2, 4th and 14 at the 38-yard line. But you almost, I mean, kind of go for it, right?
At this point, yes.
I mean, I don't know if you have a choice. Then again, you don't want to give up another touchdown. But 4th and 14, they're going for it. Richardson back to throw. Richardson launches down the field. He's got 2 receivers down just over the top of Carter Saracena. And it'll be first down for Guilford. First meeting of these two clubs. This is one of those teams that just doesn't seem to get up into the Northeast very much.
No.
Guilford you don't hear much about.
No, I played Guilford twice as a basketball coach, once in the state tournament and once in the regular season.
But Guilford and Woodstock, I don't think, have played much in anything at any point.
No, although we're the same size school, but we don't often run into each other even at states.
No, it's just one of those things.
Daniel Hand, on the other hand, we've run into.
Several times.
Coach Donahue and I talked. He played them in
O'Brien recovers the fumble.
In hockey.
Guilford.
Beat them last season.
Hilgert is out of the game at this point. They have Alex Tafro in at quarterback. So O'Brien.
But O'Brien is still in there.
Yeah, he fell on the football back at about the 39-yard line, so a loss of a yard. Not going to give that one to O'Brien, though. I'll give that one to Tafro because he fumbled the football.
Now Tafro's on the wing.
39-yard line, second down and 11. Well, this is the other Tafro. Handoff to O'Brien. 35, inside the 35, down to the 34, and a lot of Sabatis coming in later. Give him a gain of about 5 on the carry for O'Brien. Down to the 34-yard line of Woodstock Academy. Third down and about 6.
And if you're Guilford, you're just happy that the clock's ticking.
So all you have to do right now.
And they can load up on their coach bus and head home.
Yeah, they did have a nice coach bus that they came in, didn't they? So it will be third down and 6. Tafro in motion, high snap. The other Tafro brings it down, and he's going to go down in the backfield. Back at about the 35-yard line or so.
Seamus McDermott on the tackle.
Depends where they mark his forward progress. They say right at the 35, so it's a loss of a yard only.
Hilgert comes back in the game.
So 4th and 7.
Guilford from the Woodstock 35-yard line.
But they're going to go for it. And Hilgert, yeah, you're right, back in the game with O'Brien. Quick snap, Hilgert back to throw, launches it long, looking for Tafro, and overthrew him a little bit. Oh, just let him a little bit too much. You'll be 1st and 10 for Woodstock Academy. From their own 35-yard line. But the tick, tick, tick of the clock is becoming more and more prevalent.
From the Woodstock 35.
5:05 left to go in the game, and a 17-point lead for the Grizzlies. Right now, looks pretty solid.
Yes, it does.
Richards, you need 3 scores. I mean, that's a lot of scoring. Richardson back to throw, in trouble, and he goes down back at the 25-yard line. That has also been a theme of the afternoon.
Tackled by number 50, Logan Murphy.
And they'll mark it back at the 27.
Can't lose 12 yards on a sack.
Nope. Well, they didn't lose 12. They lost 8.
Not according to those sticks.
No, 2nd and 18, actually. Quick toss. Richardson to Amlaw. Amlaw down at about the 28-yard line. Gain of about 1.
Carrigan again on the tackle.
So that will be 3rd and about 17.
3rd and long for.
Back to throw again is Richardson, and in trouble again. Goes down somewhere near his own 20-yard line. That is the 6th sack today for Guilford. They'll mark it right at the 22-yard line. It's a loss of 6 again.
And Woodstock will punt.
Yeah, it's kind of in that situation where you might as well. Lezot back to punt the football away. That's 50 yards the Centaurs have lost in sack yardage. Fair catch. Ooh, that's going to be a penalty.
That should be. He held up, though.
Yeah,
Brierly
he tried.
up.
Yeah, Brierly tried to hold up, and I guess that was enough. As Tafro arguing for it, but he's not going to get it right at the 49-yard line.
Unless one of the referees steps in.
Yeah.
Without a flag.
They're discussing right now. There was a fair catch called for, and they're going to make it right at midfield, 1st down and 10 for Guilford. No flag.
No flag. Should have been.
I agree.
You cannot make contact with a player that's called fair catch.
And now the flag drops.
White hat dropped the flag.
Yep. So I guess after conversation, upon further review.
You have to make that call.
You do. I mean, that was pretty obvious to all of us.
Even though Brierly tried to hold up.
It was an obvious call.
Yeah.
So
but with 3:29 left
penalty.
in this game, you should have no starters in this game.
39-22.
But They do.
Woodstock.
So a 35-yard line of Woodstock Academy.
First and 10 for Guilford from the Woodstock 35-yard line.
And with the football straight ahead. Well, they don't have O'Brien in there at least. Carrying the football, though, and getting a touchdown. Number 17, am I correct? He's fast. I'll tell you, that's a Dylan Burlikoff who just broke that one through and scored from 35 yards out.
Very quick.
Woo. No O'Brien. Don't need him.
No.
We got Burlikoff. One carry, 35 yards for Burlikoff and a touchdown. Well, if it wasn't over before, it is over now.
Yes, sir.
3:18 to go. Another extra point attempt by Vassalou. And the boot is up, and the boot is good.
And it didn't hit my car.
And it didn't hit your car. 3:18 to go. 46-22, Guilford.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated.
Hi.
Squib kick for the Guilford Grizzlies, picked up by Woodstock Academy. Carried over midfield by, who was that on the bottom there?
Number 11,
David
Clark.
Yep. So Sam takes it to the 47-yard line. First down and 10 for the Centaurs from there.
Well, it's a very good job by Guilford Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah.
On both sides of the ball. The offense looked good. The defense looked good. It was a complete victory.
46-22, they lead with 3:11 to play. Again, it looks like we might try to do Monday's game, Woodstock Academy against Fitch in volleyball. It's an Eastern Connecticut Conference quarterfinal. Then we'll be back with you on Tuesday for Woodstock Academy against Bacon Academy in a girls' soccer contest right here at Bentley Athletic Complex. That game starting at 2 o'clock. Because of the, well, let's put it this way. The sun starts to go down and the game has to be finished, and sometimes that means penalty kicks. Here's Bunning carrying the football out over the 40 down to about the 35, inside the 35. They'll mark him out at the 32-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play. At the 32. Might be more yards than they've had all afternoon running. They had 15, well, they had 27 yards for the Centaurs in rushing until that 15-yard carry by Bunning. Takes it to the 32. First down and 10. Richardson and Bunning are your backfield right now. Two receivers to each side. They give the football to Bunning, tried to cut it inside and didn't get a lot out of it. Gain of about a yard to the 31-yard line.
But if you're Bunning, that's a victory, not going down. They didn't take you to the ground.
Correct.
You kept your legs moving. That's a victory for him.
So it's a gain of 1 for Bunning.
From the Guilford 31-yard line.
3 carries today for 16 yards for the young man, Junior. Richardson. Back to throw, quick out to Bunning, 35 at the 30, 25, and down to about the 19-yard line. And then a flag goes down. That might be a face mask just to where it was thrown, is my guess. 19-yard line. That's just a thought.
The referee picked it up and threw it back several feet.
So maybe not a face mask. It will be an illegal block on the Centaurs. I think there's been 4 or 5 penalties called, and all of them have gone against Woodstock Academy.
Except one. It was an illegal block by Guilford down here.
Okay, that's right. There was an illegal block.
But
didn't matter much at the point.
No, so that nice screen pass to Bunning is going to be wiped out.
Indeed it is, all the way back to the 36-yard line of Guilford.
36-yard line.
2nd and 15.
Yeah.
For Woodstock from the Guilford 36.
So 36-yard line, 2nd down as we approach the 2-minute mark. Left in this one.
And you're just playing out the string here.
Yeah, essentially. So all you're doing right now. Handoff was to Bunning. Bunning, there was 3 tacklers on him before he could even get going. Richards had tried to hold that one and maybe have held it a little bit too long on that one. Ball will be marked back at the 41-yard line. Loss of 5 on that carry.
Third about 19 for Woodstock from the Guilford 41, 126.
So back to the 41-yard line, 3rd down and long. Long is the way of saying that one. Quickly into the ground.
And that's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, because that was unnecessary
That's
roughness.
unnecessary roughing.
It will be indeed unnecessary. Well, it won't be a 1st down because it's only a 15-yard penalty.
It's a
not automatic,
foul.
but it's not automatic. It's not an automatic 1st down. So it's a 15-yarder.
I thought all personal fouls were automatic.
I do not think so. Not in high school. Not in high school. Pass interference is not for a 1st down automatically. So you're going to mark it down to the 26-yard line, but you're still going to be shy of a 1st down. Unless they have changed that since I remember. So at the 26, I guess they are going to say it's a 1st down. Okay.
10 for Woodstock from the Guilford 26.
Not all personal fouls are 1st downs. Maybe roughing the quarterback is. My bad. Richardson looks to hand off and does to Bunning. And Bunning carries over the 25 to about the 23.
77, Hayden Eldridge on the tackle for Guilford.
Give him a gain of 3 on the carry.
2nd and 7 for Woodstock.
With under a minute left to play.
Guilford 23-yard line. 50 seconds and counting.
2nd down, 7.
In the 4th quarter.
If it matters. It doesn't. Richardson back to throw. Launches for the end zone. Knocked away. He was trying to get it to Carter Morissette. Incomplete.
36 seconds left. And if you're Woodstock, playing out the string, but you want to go down fighting. If you're Coach Saucier, you want to show your guys that we're never going to quit.
Even though the odds are stacked against you, and more than stacked against you at this point, with just 36 seconds to play. And Richardson claps for it, goes back to throw. Again, that rush is coming. He tosses it out. It'll be a pass interference called. Won't matter. Saracina's got the touchdown. They're going to decline the penalty. It'll be a touchdown for Woodstock Academy.
Nice catch by Saracina.
It was. He shook off the pass interference by Hallahan.
And Richardson to stand in there because he got hit as soon as he let the ball go. But he stayed in the pocket. He threw the ball to Morissette or to Saracina and gets the touchdown.
26-yard touchdown pass to Saracina. And that makes it 190 yards in passing. It wasn't a bad passing day for the Centaurs quarterback. We'll double-check all those numbers, but I think that's probably pretty close. I got him for 190 yards, 12 for 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, for 30 on the afternoon. With 27 seconds to go, it's a 46-28 game. Henry Wooten coming on to attempt the extra point. The boot is up, and the boot is good. 27 seconds to go, and a 46-29 game.
That's a lot of points in a high school football game.
It certainly is.
46, Woodstock 29.
But like you say, at least you went down fighting, right?
Exactly.
You didn't give in to the last minute. And a 26-yard touchdown pass made it a little bit better. 17-point lead again for Guilford. First ever meeting between the two programs. Centaurs will fall to 3-3 on the season. They still have games. Next week we'll broadcast live against Fitch. That'll be senior day right here at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
And will the rest of the Enfield games be made up?
Yes, on the 16th of November. It's a Wednesday. They'll go back to Enfield. In between, they have to go to NFA. So it's going to be Fitch next week, NFA the following Friday, Enfield the following Wednesday, Killingly the following Thursday.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
That's a lot of football.
That's a lot. Well, you still have 4 games left.
Right.
And you have 4 weeks to play it. So you're going to have a game a week, essentially, is what it comes down to. We'll broadcast the Fitch game and also the Killingly game, which will be played at Nichols College in Dudley, Massachusetts. Yeah, a Connecticut high school football game being played in Massachusetts court. You figure it out. So McDermott will kick it off. One would assume this is going to be an onside.
No, this will be deep.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It will be a squibber. Not necessarily deep, but deep enough as Guilford takes a knee at the 27-yard line for Janish. First down and 10 for Guilford at their own 27, but there's only 24 seconds to play. As the Guilford faithful begin to head on out.
I believe this would be a victory formation.
I would assume. With 24 seconds to play, one would assume that, and I don't think there'll be any, shall we say, timeouts or anything called by Woodstock Academy here. O'Brien will just sit in the back. In a deep safety kind of deal.
And that's going to do it.
And that will do it. So our final score today is going to be a 46-29 win for Guilford over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. We'll be back to wrap this one up from the Bentley Athletic Complex in just 1 minute.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Back with you at the Bentley Athletic Complex. Teams shaking hands at midfield. Some final stats for you in a 46-29 win for Guilford. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 20, 30, 31 carries for Mike O'Brien. 238 yards. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
Tyler Hilgert had 6 carries for 29 yards. The only other man of note for rushing for Guilford, I should say. Well, they kind of look like Griswold. Dylan Burlikoff, that 1 carry for 35 yards for a touchdown. Hilgert was 9 for 19. 9 for 19, 115 yards. Top receiver, 62 yards in 3 catches for Joe Taffro. 28 yards and 2 catches for Jake Janish. Woodstock Academy, meanwhile, Teddy Richardson in the air was 17 for 30. I just said 12 for 30 at one point. It was 17 for 30 for 190 yards. The biggest receptions, 80 in 4 catches for Carter Saracena, 5 catches for Lucas Theriak for 65, 3 catches for Brendan Nagel for 30, including a touchdown catch. Leading rusher, David Bunning, 5 carries, 14 yards. That was about it for rushing for Woodstock Academy. That was part of the problem why they are now 3-3 on the season, and Guilford raises its record to 4-2 on the year. So we're back 5-2 on the year. We're back with you again on Monday. We have some volleyball coming your way. Woodstock Academy will be taking on Fitch in an Eastern Connecticut Conference quarterfinal. About 4:15. We'll be live on the air with you from the Alumni Fieldhouse. We'll be back here at Bentley Athletic Complex on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Woodstock Academy against Bacon Academy. That's an Eastern Connecticut Conference semifinal game. And then we'll be back with football next week, right? On Saturday. Another 3-game week for us. What can we say? I'm keeping Greg happy.
Happy.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Keeping him
ecstatic.
busy.
Let's
put it
the one.
that way. Well, final score here once again. Well, first off this, for Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score, Guilford 46, Woodstock Academy 29. We'll see you again on Monday. Have a safe Halloween weekend. See you again, like we said.
You have been
Monday.
listening to Woodstock Academy Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by Girardi Insurance Services, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
You have been listening to Woodstock Academy Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by Girardi Insurance Services, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, with production support provided by Oconchabar Productions, LLC. Remember, today's broadcast is available to be seen on woodstockacademy.org/athletics/live. This has been a production of the Woodstock Academy.